Yeah. Let's go, baby. We up. It's another one. It's another one. It's another one. I got it. Yeah, it's another one. It's another one. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for pulling up today, man. Thank y'all for pulling up today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting used to these headphones. I got a different set of headphones, and they sound weird. But thank y'all for being here today, man. It's Tuesday. Make sure y'all liking, y'all sharing, and subscribing on the stream. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? James Knox in the building. Who came in with the first comment? I think it was Brett. What's up, Brett? Good morning, man. Good morning, everybody. My brother Brett jumping in here early this morning. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. And my brother Vontae is my witness. The ones that was up late last night before we got off. I just want y'all to know, I didn't close my computer and stop working until 6:17. So I closed my eyes and my alarm went off, and that's what I remember happening. But everything got completed. I feel recharged. I feel energized. I feel accomplished. I feel more accomplished than I felt in a few weeks, y'all. So thank y'all for supporting me, man, giving me that drive. The network, man, I had a team of people that was up with me like midnight, all the way till midnight last night, just looking at some things. And I got a few surprises. Trina, I got some surprises for them. Y'all shout out to Trina in the background, man, doing the producing on the ones and twos. But and who else is in here? Is JB718 in here yet? JB, Piano Man. Who else was in there with us? They probably not in here right now. They was up late, but they got to see a little preview of what we got going, and some of y'all got to see some purposely leaked information, right? But some good stuff happening. Y'all. Coach Smoot Network got a new energy, got a new vibe, and it's not just me; it's the whole team. We got a team that we're putting together, an actual team, past moderation, past just saying that you're here, but people who are actually supporting the network and want to be a part of what is going to become in the future. We're talking about staffing people. We're talking about helping take care of, helping take care of families, replace income so that you can move and do what you want to do and feel accomplished in life, And not saying I'm not knocking no 9 to 5, but man, I think everybody would love to be able to work on their own time and take care of everything they got to take care of. Not necessarily work on their own time, but do something that they're passionate about. Even if that required, 10 to 12 hours a day, being passionate about something and enjoying what you do for a living is a different feeling. And I'm trying to transition into that phase of life. Still got to grind. Still got to put some things down with the foundational pieces, but I think we got as a good starting point here at the Coach Smoot Network. And I want to thank y'all for doing that for your boy. So, let me see who else up in here. My boy Brock is in the building. Brock, you got to get on Twitter and tell the folks to pull up, man. Bama fans, Brock, you be hot. You know what, Brock? I'll figure out what you be doing, bro. And don't take this personal. This ain't even no slight. You be coming over here getting all the scoop, right? And you be going to make them other little Bama fans that be all in their emotional stuff and up and downs. You be coming and reassuring them with the Coach Smoot report or the Smook scoop, right? And I don't even like to use that no more because I feel like that was somebody else's energy for me. But you be coming over here getting all the juice, and then you want to go pour it in everybody else's cups. Invite them over here so they can get the same thing, man. That's what I be trying to do with everybody. I be trying to give them the same energy, the same juice, get at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, Brock, I appreciate you for pulling up, my boy. Travelpreneur Sports is in the building. Larry Large, what's up, my brother? How you feeling? Hey, Trina, I got it. Antoine, what's good? Why them guitars rocking off like that though, man? Gary, I'm a musician, so when I found that beat, as a matter of fact, you know what I did, Gary? I was up this morning, I'm editing, right, and I'm hearing all these different beats and samples that I'm finding, right, and I'm just like, man, they would go good together. So y'all know that little playlist, that 15 minutes of music right there, y'all wouldn't believe it, but I chopped that up, mixed and matched it. All of that is mixed and matched. None of that is original. It's all mixed and matched. So now I can't be copyrighted for it. Look at God, won't he do it? See, that's what happened when you be up with that creative mind. Kristen is in the building. Good morning. KT is in the building. Both of my dogs is in the building. Them jokers don't play out. It's crazy that I was talking about both of them last night in our little group. I was just talking about how they help run the network and help with a lot of stuff that we're doing in the direction that we're going. And they both comment right after each other. That's crazy. They be on my neck, y'all. They don't let me get outside of those lines. They be on me. So shout out to those two. Gary in the building, my twin. What up, twin? Get in there. What's up, baby? Good morning. Good morning. Brock is in this thing, boy, turning up. James Knox. I see Freddie G. The season is almost here. We got, the players are actually they've been showing up since Sunday, like reporting back since Sunday. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're all checked in right now. I'm pretty sure that with this culture of ball, these coaches, they probably encourage these guys to get in a day early, get all the way settled, and be all the way locked in for kickoff for fall practice tomorrow. Tomorrow's fall practice, y'all. We're going to have a little rant about that and all of that good stuff. Those at practice start tomorrow. Absolutely right. Southern Red, welcome in this morning with your pretty self. Southern Red got that pretty red hair, y'all, and them glasses. I love it. I gotta get me some new frames, Southern Red. I'm tired of these right here. My other one's broke. I've been using these. Bama Fan 95 is in the building. Bama Fan, we ready for you to go ahead and get that membership, man. You and Freddie, y'all come through enough. Time for y'all to join the AAA fam, man. And I'm telling y'all, this is the time where y'all don't want to miss out on being AAA fam, because we got some stuff going, man. Dwight, what's good? You said I'm taking off tomorrow. Me? I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna take off. I don't think I'm gonna take off one day this week because I am locked in, y'all. Am I ready for some football, Larry? Are you ready for some football? That's the real question. Shout out to the 31 live on Twitter, the 22 live on YouTube. Listen, right now on YouTube, if you're here on YouTube, take a moment to like and share the stream. I said screen. Share the stream with my country self. Share the stream for your boy, man. We really want to get everybody over here. We're talking about Alabama sports news and reaction. We're going to give you updates on anything that pops up while we're live. But today is a different type of vibe because we're talking about the whole SEC. And we're going to jump into our topics today after we do our inspirational moment. But I think y'all going to enjoy this one. When we open the phone lines, we're going to discuss this by tiers. And every tier has its problem, has its meaning or whatever. But I'm going to be doing the live graphics. So when I do this edit from this live today, a lot of your takes will be on today's edit. So if you plan on calling in today, call in. Make sure you don't have a lot of noise in the background, or try your best, And if you feel like you do, don't sweat it. We're not a perfect call-in show. We're never going to be one. But if you really want to call in, which I want you to, call in. I don't care what the background sound like, as long as you ain't got a whole bunch of kids yelling in the background and dogs barking at the kids and the kids choking the dog and the cat cooking in the kitchen and the fish running, taking a jog, coming back, asking for water. I think we should be good. So definitely take a moment to call in today and let's enjoy the show, man. Bring the energy. I can't wait. Look, listen, I know that numbers are down because our algorithm is messed up, right? Our algorithm is messed up right now. That week we took off to really get ourselves straight. That's how it works sometimes. It's the last week of the month, but we finished today strong. We finished tomorrow strong with the viewership, with the likes, with the comments. We'll be back where we were. And I was looking at a live stream clip from the other night, or last night from like 3 weeks ago. And we had 107 live viewers on YouTube alone and like 300 on Twitter. So I know we can get there. I know people want the content. We just got to make sure that we're getting everything out. And Brett, it's funny that you commented, you super chatted a green super chat, because today, if you want to be a co-sponsor on today's stream, all the green super chats, and I didn't type that. You see how quick I clicked it? I didn't type that. All the super chats, green super chats today will be listed, will be acknowledged as co-sponsors of today's stream. So Brett, I appreciate you for that super chat. And let me get to it. What does it say? My brother said, roll tide in my J. Look, roll tide in my J Bill voice. Y'all have a good day today. Brett, I appreciate that $4.99 super chat, man. And thank you for becoming a co-sponsor of today's stream, man. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm really trying to I'm trying to push my opening to that 20-minute mark. That's why you see the intro play as long as it does. So when you see the live, come in, like it. If you ain't got to stand there and watch the whole intro. Listen to the music. That's why I got good music. So you can sit your phone down or turn your TV on, walk away, go get your coffee, go get your morning cakes and all that stuff, donut sticks, whatever you do, whatever you get. I do that for that reason, so you get settled. If you're going into work, you could go ahead and put your headphones in, get to your station, set your phone up, hide it if you got to, because I know some of y'all be just having your headphones in, listening, can't watch it. But yeah, that's why I do it like that. And then we talk a little bit to give everybody else who don't get the live notifications a chance to get in. Also, I give everybody a chance to share the live. Let me share my own live here on Facebook. I've been having a lot of people on my Facebook page say that they don't see it when it's live. They always see it after it's posted. So let me try to post it while it's live, and it's here live right now. And we got 2 shares on that bad boy already. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Make sure we got that bad boy running. Oh, and they could send me stars on Facebook too. Uh-oh, don't let me get paid. All right, y'all. So we got it shared on all the platforms. So before we jump into today's inspirational moment, I want to give everybody an opportunity. To become a member of the AAA family, man. And you do that by becoming a member of the YouTube channel. And we're actually going to be updating this AAA family video today. I got a new idea earlier this morning. And I was going to record it, but my eyes look tired. I wasn't tired, but my eyes and my body was tired. So y'all check this out, man. Y'all know what it is, how to become a member of the AAA family. And then after that, I got another surprise for y'all. And I want y'all to stay tuned. Trina, I'm taking the banners off of this. We don't want no comments during these next 3 minutes, all right? I think the people are excited about what's about to happen. So here we go. Without further ado, y'all check out this commercial. As a matter of fact, this is going to be a whole commercial segment. It's going to be about 4 minutes long. So y'all check it out. I want to see how this feels when we jump into this. Here you go. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website,
you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. So between now and August 31st, you will have a chance to receive a 15% discount on all merchandise available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smoot Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
Come on now. Let's go. Yeah. That's it. Yes. Like you saw. Yes, we have the merch. It is finally here. The site is up. We have a new startup. We're doing a trial period. We did a soft launch this morning. We have a soft, well, actually the launch is actually tomorrow. We have it ready for you all. The link will be ready tonight, midnight. As a matter of fact, I honestly think that we got approved for it to launch at noon today. So for everybody that's trying to take advantage of getting some early orders in for this Coach Smoot merch, I'm telling y'all, man, the AAA merch, it is something to really marvel upon. I know Trina's excited. I know Piano Man's excited. I know JB excited. They were in the room last night when we were going over everything, when I was kind of, kind of introducing it. But one thing that I want to highlight, y'all, there's this one. You think I should show them at least one? It's one that I know everybody is ready to get to, and I want to show everybody the VIP shirt. Let me show y'all the VIP shirt, y'all, before we jump into our show today. This one, and I'm gonna give him a shout out too when we get to it. But this one right here, shout out to JB718, man. He's one of the moderators on the network. But he's also like a contributor. He wants to, he's already willingly just said, hey, Smoot, I'm part of the team. I don't care what, you ain't got to give me no title. Wherever I see I can contribute, I'm going to contribute, And his creative mind and my mind kind of work on the same wavelength. And it just so happened to be, getting late. We was chilling. We was just having a good conversation about the vision of the network. And I was sharing I was sharing the designs with them, right? And man, when I say this one right here, this one's going to be probably our top seller right here. And I'm going to show y'all, probably not the top seller, but this is the one that the VIP members is going to get. And I hope y'all excited about this, man, because I'm excited. I never thought I would be doing something of this magnitude, when it comes to merch and content creation, right? But God got a way of telling you what your plans is, right? He got a way of showing you what you really supposed to be doing. But I'm gonna show y'all this merch right here, man. This is the shirt, y'all. And I'm getting kind of like full thinking about it, man. We really did this, y'all. I just want my team to know we're doing this, not me. We're doing this. So y'all check this out, man. Tell me that ain't fire. Tell me that bad boy ain't fire. Shout out to JB718. This is actually the name of the hoodie that he helped inspire too. Is the brand? The line is named after JB. So that's my way. So just know y'all bring something to the table. I'm not gonna slight y'all. This ain't all my idea. This is our community. Check this out though, man. Look at this shirt, man. Look at this shirt. The sleeve and the stitching in the sleeve is white. See the Coach Smoot Network logo right there. You see, it just looks good. And this is a quality shirt. It's a quality shirt. Let me go show y'all another one. I'm gonna show y'all another one. Let me see. Let me pull a nerd one up. Hold up. Let me pull a nerd one up. Here we go. Let me do that. I'm gonna go ahead and tease y'all today because I want y'all to go buy your merch. Go buy your merch, y'all. It's I'm telling y'all. I don't think y'all gonna be disappointed. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Where we at? Here go the JB718 limited edition hoodie. I think this one right here, this is one I feel like is gonna be a banger. When I'm talking about a banger, I mean one that's going to sell quickly, one that's going to sell a lot. And this is limited edition, so we only have a set amount. I think we have 50 pieces that we're able to sell. So that's not a lot. I promise you the amount, because Trina already got claimed 2 or 3 of them. And this is only in black right now. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick. This is the pull this back up. All right, so this is the Coach Smoot Network hoodie. This is the VIP hoodie, right? This is the limited edition. You could purchase this one. This one, I'm not gonna lie, it's costly. The material itself alone is quality material. It's costly, more costly than any other product we have. We got quarter zips available. We got everything. We got it all available right now. Some red line, the red letter line. Everything you're gonna see on this line or this merch release, all the lettering is red. That's the theme of this merch release. So y'all check it out, man. But here go the hoodie, the limited edition for this red letter line, and you'll have somebody who wants to contribute. We have a white letter line coming out next. We're going red, white, and then we're doing black. So be thinking about that. But check out the back, y'all. This is a design that we could not figure out where to put it, but I liked it. I said it was different, and I think this represents us. Look at the detail in this. Authenticity above all. The AAA logo. I mean, it looks good. That's on the back of the hoodie, right? Look at the front. I found one of Mary J's college pictures. One of her college pictures, Mary J. Shout out to you for being willing, sending us one of your pictures from college to be a model for the Coach Smoot Network. I'm just playing, y'all. That ain't Mary. Look at her nails though. Oh girl, she tatted and everything. Look at her nails though. Her nails is like Chris name. But nah, check out the waistband, y'all. That's what I want y'all to see. The waistband, Coach Smoot Network. I mean the signature. That's a trademark thing for us here at the Coach Smoot Network. That's like our patent thing. So anybody out there trying to fake the funk on the nasty, they don't have that signature. I made that one myself. It's a few distinct things about it. But look at the detail, y'all. The brick wall background, how it cuts off on the front of the shirt. I think the lady's gonna tear this hoodie up right here. Oh, Trina, you can run some comments too. Why? Because I'm kind of like show and tell right now. You want a tank top like that or something sleeveless? See, boss told me that when nobody she ain't say that. She said it's just the weather changing. But I'm gonna do it. We got tank tops. We're gonna be able to do tank tops. What else, man? Let me see. What else, y'all? Trina, you can scroll them however you want. Leave them up 8 to 10 seconds and let them run like that. We ain't in no rush this morning. We got a good topic to talk about when we open up the phone call segment. And I want as many people. I got some people that promised that they was gonna pull up today. My brother Jeremy Howard is in the building from Facebook. He said, "Why does Bama and Ole Miss have the same odds to win the SEC?" Because a lot of people think that Alabama is really in a lesser state. We'll jump into that. I'm gonna start that comment, Jeremy. Stick around. I got a good one for that one. Because aren't you an Ole Miss fan? Or you a Mississippi State fan? I can't remember. I know you're from Mississippi. Can't remember. But if you're an Ole Miss fan, it might be it's gonna be a solid year for Ole Miss, I think. Travelpreneur Sports Podcast said, I'm inspiring him to rebrand. Listen, Travelpreneur, you know what Coach Smoot Network is about, man. Talk to me, man. This ain't, it don't just have to be a Coach Smoot morning show. Travelpreneur got a whole podcast. Why he ain't running nothing on the Coach Smoot Network in the middle of the day? You know what I'm saying? As Travelpreneur. You part of my family. Why you ain't running your own segment? Why you don't have your call-in segment for just Travelpreneur where you get your 30 minutes on the Coach Smoot morning show to just rant and I sit in the back and edit. Get a couple clips for your page. You get what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we family. You get what I'm saying? Oh, the mellow hoodies, the white. Yeah. So they didn't have any, but they have some of the material becoming available at the end of September, which sucks because it's going to start getting cold. So if we can get in on, if y'all could find that for me, we'll definitely put our brand on that. But, and one more shirt. I want to show y'all one more product before we jump into our show today. I'm excited. I can't lie, y'all. I ain't gonna say it's a dream come true because I never dreamed of of selling merch or having my own merch line. But I'm gonna do this one for As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do 2 of them. I'm gonna show y'all 2 more. Here we go. Because I did this one. This one right here was inspired by Boss Lady, y'all. She said keep it simple, keep it smooth. And I like this one. With the logo on the hoodie. You got it in black. Got it in gray. I know some of my sisters gonna love that. Susan. We ain't did crimson yet. We're gonna get the crimson. We gotta get the right kind of crimson though. We gotta get the right crimson so it's the same color across all the material. Which is why we came across with the red letter lineup. This is gonna be nice, y'all. I think this is gonna be, bruh. I can't wait to see us rocking this. I can't wait to be walking around different parts of Alabama, Georgia, wherever, across this country and seeing people rocking our merch, man. I said our merch. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited about it. Yeah, baby. Look at this. This is the one. This picture right here got Boss Lady, y'all. This one got KT. She got some shoes that literally match this outfit. If she can get a headband or a bandana or something and some shoes. I mean, not some shoes, but to match this hoodie. I don't even think she'll do that. She'll throw it out for this type of outfit. And them J's she got perfect. I mean, the color tone, everything matches perfectly. So I can't wait to see that get out there. And every time y'all purchase some merch, y'all should be getting a gift card. You should be getting not a gift card, but a card, a thank you card. When we ship it out from the Coach School Network, it should have the signature and everything. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, y'all. We doing some nice stuff. What else? We got some y'all, the quarter zips. This is what I was gonna say. The quarter zips, I went on ahead and made them. One because I feel like it needs to be already created, right? But 2, they don't have a lot of the material for these quarter zips. But I like this one. This is going to be like one that I know staff members, people that travel and do the content with me. This is going to be one that we're going to be rocking for sure. There go Trina right there with her. Got her to send me a picture. So we photoshopped the jacket on her. Y'all say what's up to Trina? I'm just playing. And then we got there goes Zach, the voice of the AAA family. Got Zach in. Yo, man. Y'all, I'm excited, y'all. I can't even lie. That's the black one. Here go the white one with a different logo right there on the chest piece. Wait, that's the same logo, I think. Or is it a different one? I think it's a different one. I did 2 different logos, I think. I wanted to. Nope, I got the same one. It's one shirt. Oh, the collar shirts, the polos got 2 different logos. One color got one logo and the other one got another. So we branding, y'all. We are branding. You know what I'm saying? So Trina said, I'm not a blonde. I know. I'm just picking. Y'all know I feel good this morning. I feel accomplished. So I'm sorry for ranting that much, y'all. We done got 38 minutes into the show and I ain't said nothing about football. I am so sorry. But now we're going to jump into it, y'all. Let me turn the business music on. Y'all know once we get the certain beat on, we get a certain vibe going. So here, let's get to work. Yeah. So today, jumping into it, we'll do our inspirational moment on the back end because I feel like y'all encouraged now. I feel like just having that merch is going to give us all a different outlook on today, man. Feeling good, feeling bright. Shout out to all the viewers on Facebook, man. I got 3 live views right now. Jeremy Howard, my sister Ashley, Riley. She's an Auburn fan, so she's going to definitely love my take on today's SEC layout and how everything's going. I feel like it's going to shape out. But even for the phone call segment, I'm encouraging. If you're not a fan of Bama, I know y'all see. Don't let the Bama hat and the gear intimidate you. This is not just a Bama show. I'm just a Bama fan, and I love Alabama. But I talk more than Alabama football. We talk about everybody, and I give honest takes. And some of my family gonna be mad at some of the stuff I got to say about some of these teams in the SEC right now. So, without further ado, let's jump into the topics, y'all. And don't forget, if you want to become a sponsor, a co-sponsor of today's stream, the Green Super Chats will be acknowledged as co-sponsors. We already have one. My guy B Sully that came through with the first super chat of the day, man. Thank you for doing that and supporting. And y'all, once you get one of those green super chats across the stream, you'll see at the banner at the bottom, you'll see it says shout out to the co-sponsors of the stream. that's powered by the AAA family. First and foremost, but secondly, for you and your charitable donations, we appreciate it, greatly appreciate it. I feel like something looks different on the screen. Don't something look different? Oh no, I think it's straight. Let me see. We still got, okay. Yeah, you like that white? I know you do. That white cold. I said the white was gonna sell out quick. I said it was gonna sell out quick. Ashley said, don't do you like that? Man, look, sis, you already know it's all love, but you remember how it used to be. Way back in 2010, when we was living in Magnolia Terrace, Atlanta Highway. Yeah, you remember how it used to be? That Iron Bowl weekend, we wouldn't even let our dogs play with each other till after the game. Our dogs was best friend. Elvis, what was the other one name? What was your other dog name? I forget the other one. Elvis was my boy though. Elvis, and then we had Bandit and Tracy. I forget who y'all the other dog name was. I remember Elvis. Yeah, memory lane. Shout out to the 92 in the chat, y'all. We got 51 on Twitter. We got 37 on YouTube. We got 4 watching live on Facebook. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, y'all. Kiwi, that's her name. Yeah, Doxy and Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi was the Chihuahua. I was trying to hunch on somebody. Trina coming through with the $6.99 super chat with them Canadian dollars. The Canadian dollars. Love the fire merch with the AAA emojis, man. Appreciate that, Trina. Thank you for becoming a co-sponsor of today's stream and being the co-producer on today's stream. Y'all, she really be, I've never met people that really, or maybe I have, I just wasn't on the front end of it, meaning like I wasn't, quote unquote, the face of something, right? And so many people behind it. But I think what makes people want to really be behind this brand is the fact that I don't necessarily want to be the face of the brand. Yeah, I want it to represent who I am. I want to be able to know when they hear Coach Smook and see the face Coach Smook, I'm Coach Smook. But for what we do and what is known for, I love the fact that more people are getting, people know Uncle Jay because of what he does with the Coach Smook Network. People know, plenty of y'all, I said Uncle Jay because everybody always asks me, Uncle Jay, my real uncle. He tell everybody he my uncle, not tell everybody he my uncle. But it's a lot of us that just rep this thing like to the core, that stand on business for it. And I love it, man. I love it. So shout out to B Sully, shout out to Trina for y'all support and y'all super chats today. I really do appreciate it. Now, here on the Coach Smook Morning Show, y'all, I just got to do a rant real quick. And while this rant going on, let me have this banner for like 20 seconds, Trina. Let me have this banner for like 20 seconds. So, I just got to say something real quick. I just got to get this off my chest. And this is in regards to the fallout from recruiting. And I don't necessarily call it fallout. This just happens. It happens all the time. It's happened with Coach Saban during his most dominant tenure as a coach, his dominant span as a coach of Alabama. But I want to know. I really need y'all to talk to me. And I turned the music off because I'm about to get in my bag real quick. And this might become a beat on Auburn type rant. And I'm probably gonna go for about a good 7 minutes on this one. But first of all, I get irritated and I get protrude, right? When I see Auburn fans who've been quiet the last 2 months, ever since recruiting really opened up, ever since spring practice closed out, ever since y'all got to see the trash of quality of talent and players that you have on that roster currently. You went to the transfer portal, you spent all of your NIL fund, you got your transfer players living in Section 8 housing on campus, right? You're sitting there, you're feeding them stale old fish, right? And talking about we got the facilities, we got the vision, we got a new energy, new direction, soar chickens, soar all that crap, right? But you're bragging about you got beat writers that are bragging about having the number 1 ranked class of 2026 recruiting class in football right now. You haven't even signed your 25 class. You just got a flipper to flip back to you after he flipped from you 2 months ago. In 2 months, he'll be flipping again, and he'll flip again. Early signing day, he won't sign. He'll wait till find the actual signing day to sign. I guarantee you. And then you're celebrating because we lose a guy that wanted to play wide receiver. He could play safety, but he wanted to play wide receiver. Guess what y'all pitch is? Yeah, come on over to Auburn. You can play whatever you want. Of course, at 17, 18 years old, 16 years old, I'm going to say, sign me up. Hey, you going to give me $42,000 or whatever it was? You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. And I ain't saying Auburn bought Caleb, not Caleb, but I ain't saying Auburn bought Derek Smith. I ain't saying Auburn bought Antonio Coleman, none of that. I ain't saying that. NIL is NIL right now. I don't care. Alabama's using NIL. You have to have those conversations in recruiting. So for everybody's talking about schools buying players, stop knocking it. It's part of the game now. My thing is, why you spending all this money on them? You better win something. And Auburn, I would hate for you to have all these transfers come in from the transfer portal. I would hate to see you have all these in-state guys commit and really, my personal opinion, and I don't care how y'all feel about it, they running from competition. It's a lot of high-end 5-star, 4-star kids, quality guys that were targets, number one targets for Coach Saban and the previous staff that kind of pulled away when he retired. They did their due diligence. They went around. They allowed other schools to entertain them, see what they had to offer, while Alabama and this staff got settled in. And oh boy, did y'all see what happened? And we told y'all, as soon as this staff got settled in, what would happen? Look at the quality of guys that were gaining compared to the quality of guys that were losing. And I'm not knocking any of the other 4-star, 3-star guys that have decommitted from Alabama. Please don't get that twisted. I'm not knocking them. But if you're going to lose a 4-star wide receiver or athlete that plays wide receiver and free safety to possibly get the number one safety in this class out of the state of Alabama, I think you risk that, especially if that player has shown a serious interest. Now, Anquan Fagans is the guy that I'm speaking on. He's at Auburn. I think he pulled up to Auburn yesterday after the Cold Summer Cookout this past weekend. But you look at him, and I really believe, knowing that he's a priority, and this is a staff that's saying, hey, we're going for this many players at this position for this class because we have a plan, a 3-year plan that we want to kind of stick to, right? We've had the situation in the wide receiver room already. All the wide receiver prospects that were interested, it's a reason why we only have 2 signed committed to the class right now, right? Because that's all we wanted in this class too. We're looking for another tight end, and on the defensive side, we want a safety, a true safety. We're going to need him. Chuck McDonald can play corner and safety, so you're kind of alleviating having to have a pure safety, right? But you look at Anquan Fagans. This guy is another what I felt like Peyton Woodyard would have been for us. What I feel like Drake Kirkpatrick is going to be for us. This is a guy that's going to be able to play any position in the safety as a safety, rover, husky, or free, right? And he's going to be able to be that type of rangy player Anquan Fagans is. He can run fit. He can cover second and third phase. Great ball skills, plays the ball. We got a lot of DBs that play the ball now. And so losing a guy like Derek Smith, who's not as pure of a safety as what we're targeting, is not a loss for us. But I hate to say this to you, young Derek. I hate to say this to you, Antonio. I hate to say to anybody that was committed to Alabama that decommits and flips to Auburn. When you do that, me personally, Coach Smoot, I'm wiping my hands with you. There's no way you could cross those lines. Living in this state, knowing what that means, knowing what Iron Bowl is, knowing what Alabama-Auburn rivalry means. There's no way as an Alabama fan, if I had the opportunity, there's no way. I don't care if you paying for my education. If I got Alabama and Auburn and Florida and all these other schools available, Auburn would not be paying for my education. I don't care how free it is. Auburn won't be paying for it. If I got choices, man, I promise you, I'll go to Troy before I go to Auburn. Better believe it. I'll go to UAB. I will go to Alabama A&M. There's so many other schools in the state of Alabama, Alabama State, that are way better smelling, looking, tradition, everything. The women look better. You know what I'm saying? The food tastes better. And all these other schools in the state of Alabama. But you choose Auburn. You decommit from Alabama, you choose Auburn. Man, if I could just choke, I'm telling you, y'all gonna regret it. And so, Bama Nation, don't fret. Let them have all their little fun. Let them have all their little fun, right? Yeah, Let them have their fun and let them flip, let them talk. Let the Auburn fans talk, right? Let the Auburn fans talk. Look, Hugh Freeze is still the same Hugh Freeze. And now he don't get to coach against a stubborn old man who was used to winning his way. He got to deal with a whole new era of Alabama football. And you don't think that all these out-of-state 5 stars and 4 stars and guys that's decommitting from or not looking at Georgia and Ohio State and Texas and USC and they're out of these states, right? They're out of these states. You don't think it's a reason why we're going into states like Kansas and Texas and pulling top 5, top 10 recruits, Oklahoma, top 5, top 10 ranked players in the state. It's a reason why this staff is pulling them, because there's a realistic goal, there's a realistic trajectory to win, but also create value for yourself. You're not doing that at Auburn. Auburn, with your 4-8 season, enjoy it. Every Auburn commit, enjoy. I understand why you're committing. You see all that trash in front of you, class of 25. You see all that trash in front of you, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to come on that mug. Ain't nobody in that locker room telling me what to do with they 3-8 sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like these. I mean, Auburn, y'all, the fans is the ones that's getting me. It ain't even the players that's flipping and flopping. It's the fans. Y'all act like y'all already won the natty. Y'all ain't even secured the class. Nobody secured the class. Nobody secured the class. And you guys have the most kids in these other message boards and these other group chats talking about, man, what is it looking like over there? What is it looking like? Auburn, keep sending them little checks. Keep sending them little checks. They doing good right now for that senior year. Yeah, go ahead. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Do your thing. It's cool. Take care of them. Drop a little something in their pocket when they come and eat that stale chicken, that unseasoned chicken, and the raisins and the potato salad that y'all sorry. Y'all got the most sorry cookout. I seen that old stale plate. How y'all serving y'all folks on styrofoam? Get out of here. Talking about, get out of here. Plastic folks and stuff. Come on, man. Keep up. We classic. Look, we out there. We doing the Frankie Beverly. We out there doing the electric slide. We doing the Cupid shuffle in the indoor facility on that good turf. Setting it up. The lake. We got good water over there at Lake Trap. Come on, man. Yeah, stop playing with us. Come on, man. So Auburn fans, Auburn players, Auburn supporters, I'm telling y'all better enjoy it. Because we got, 4 more weeks until kickoff? We got 4 more weeks to kick off. And that's when the shit hit the fan, y'all. That's when it hit the fan. That's when it hits the fan. Y'all really gonna have to deal with the reality of what this season gonna be. Yeah, raisins in the potato salad. That junk weird. That's what they do over there at the Cal College. They put raisins in the potato salad. Roasted raisins. I seen a roasted raisin potato salad recipe come from an Auburn fan. It's nasty. Why are you roasting raisins? Why are we doing that? That's inhumane. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the phone lines. We're gonna open the phone lines up for the next 25 minutes, right? And I want y'all to call in, and I want to hear y'all rants. If you're an Auburn fan, if you're a Georgia fan, if you're a Bama fan, it don't matter. I want to hear your rants. How you feel about my take on these flips and these commitments and these players, these Auburn fans? Talk to me. And for my Bama fans, let your Bama hang. 334-625-1121. Call in. Let your Bama hang. As a matter of fact, whoever you're a fan of, if you're an Auburn fan, let your war chicken hang. Let your pigeon pride hang. All right, pigeon pride today for y'all. Tell me why I need to believe in Auburn actually being some type of competition this year. Somebody tell me.
Call from
Zachary, put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, Zach, you in the game, bro? What's good? Good morning, my boy. Roll Tide to you.
Roll Tide to you, Coach Smoke.
Look.
I got a little something to say.
I felt it in your voice. When I heard it, you said Roll Tide. Like, just let me get on. Go ahead, Zach. Take it away.
To all the Auburn fans, y'all think y'all won something. Y'all ain't won nothing yet. Y'all haven't even solidified a class yet. And that old coach of yours, that stripper-loving mother effer over there, can't even bring a quarterback to your college. Y'all think y'all gonna win with Peyton Thorne? Y'all ain't gonna win Jack Diddley Squat.
Jack Diddley Squat.
Rammer Jammer, Yellow Hammer, give 'em hell, Alabama.
100%, Zach. And you know what's crazy? I even saw some posts, man. People, I don't really interact on Twitter as much as I used to, right? I kind of just I kind of say what I gotta say, and I if I feel like it's good conversation, I interact. But for the most part, whenever I come at other fan bases, which I know they rubbernecking on the show, they don't ever come back with facts, especially the Auburn fans. And I came back with a fact yesterday and left it alone. I said, listen, how many times has Alabama going into the preseason, going into the fall season, ranked 4th, 5th, 6th in recruiting, and by early signing day or signing day, we've ended up as the number 1 or number 2 recruiting class?
Right.
You know how many times that happened in Coach Saban's tenure? From 2008 till he retired last year, 2023. In those 16 years.
Every year but 1 year.
Every year but 1 year, we had a top 2 ranked class, a top 3 ranked class. I'm sorry, a top 3 ranked class at signing day. Not at early signing day. A lot of people try to take advantage of the fact that we didn't get all our commits on early signing day the past 3 or 4 years. But at the end of signing day, the national signing day in February, I believe. February 3rd is signing day. We always ended up with a top 3 class. And I think the year that we didn't have a top 3 class, it was a number 5 class.
Yeah.
So what's wrong? Auburn fans, like, Zach, do you feel like that because it's a different face on the platform? Is that why they feel like they change, like so much has changed? Because honestly, as a fan, it don't feel no different to me. I still feel like a dominant Alabama fan. We're dominating recruiting. We got crazy amount of talented athletes. I mean, what's your feels on it, Zach?
I agree with you 100%. And if you look at it, this coach we got now had a better winning percentage than what Nick had in his career so far. And his winning percentage is only going to go up at Alabama. Well, there'll be years where his losses come up too. Yeah, there will be, because, with the SEC becoming as competitive as it is and with realignment becoming what it is, it's always going to bring change, whether it's good change or bad change is yet to be seen, but it's always going to bring change.
Yeah, 100%, man. And Jordan Wright just said something. He said, for some reason, Auburn fans feel like every year is their year when they're lucky to have a winning season. But the thing is, Jordan, those years when they have strong starts to their year, they usually carry through. The schedule is usually fitting for them to. But the years that they don't do good is because they don't have a quarterback. And I'm going to tell you right now, Peyton Thorne is not a quarterback. He will not Joe Burrow the SEC this year. So Auburn fans, kill that noise. I love the fact, and I laughed at an interaction between the Georgia and the Auburn fan a few days ago. The Georgia fan said, y'all allowed us to take a walk-on. Y'all let Kirby Smart, a defensive-minded coach, take a walk-on and lead us to not 1, but 2 national championships. A walk-on quarterback. And Auburn has had these transfers, these guys that come in with all this talent, and they have yet to go back. Has Auburn been in the current college football playoff format with 14 playoffs?
No.
I think they did it one year. No, that wasn't.
No, they came close. That was the year that we squeaked in when we didn't play.
They beat us kick 6. Kick 6 year. No, that was after kick 6. It was the year Carry-On was carrying Auburn, and he had 2 bad shoulders going into the SEC championship, and they got smacked by Georgia, and we got in at number 4. So 2017, 2018 is when that happened.
Right.
Dino said, where do you find Auburn fans? I haven't seen an Auburn fan since Nick Marshall. Hey, Dino, listen, I'll tell you where you find them, man. And Zach might be able to tell you too. You usually can find them in the off season when they get a 4-star, 5-star recruit, in-state recruit. Not even a big like anybody international. They nationally, they more secure and they're more hype about winning in-state because they feel like the only football players in the world are in the state of Alabama, which we found out quick under Nick Saban's tenure that wasn't the case. You had to jump into Florida, had to jump into Texas, had to go up to North Carolina, had to go up to New Jersey, had to get up to Michigan, had to get out to California, had to get out to doggone Nevada and Oregon, all those places. You know what I'm saying? Washington. You had to get out there and start looking for some more talent. Peyton Thorne is a slot receiver. Peyton Thorne is a slot water boy. That's what he is. That joke is so garbage. But Zach,
yeah.
Final thoughts on Auburn. I want you to give a realistic take on what you see for their season. And kind of just digest all the hate, man. Digest all the hate. Let me know what your feels is around all of it.
I see them going 7-5, 8-4 at best. And at worst, I think is 5-7, 6-6 at worst, because they do have some games on their schedule that they can win, but also they got some games on their schedule that they'll lose, like the Georgia game. I know they'll lose that one. I can't think of their whole schedule right off the top of my head. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah,
but it's just I really think they're just trying to go after another subpar winning season. But I don't really see them, competing for a playoff spot and a championship anytime soon, especially under Hugh Freeze, because Hugh Freeze can't coach. He got lucky out at Liberty, and had all that success at Liberty, and that was because Liberty had good talent for the conference that they played in,
Liberty been building for years. I mean, Freeze, he's one of them guys, man. He will do good with talent. That's the thing, though. He needs a solid quarterback, and he don't have one on that roster. I forget who the kid is behind Peyton Thorne. I think it's Walter White or something like that. He's supposed to be like the savior for Auburn and their quarterback room. I don't know. I don't care. I just know jumping into the season, if you lose any of the first 3 games, Auburn, you're going 4-8. If you lose any one of those first 3 games, you got Alabama and A&M, you got California, you got New Mexico. Don't lose to big brother New Mexico. You lost to little brother New Mexico. Don't lose to big brother this year. Then you got Arkansas, and you got all those games at home. Then you got Oklahoma at home. Then you got to go to Georgia. So out of those first 3 games, you should win them at home. Them next 2, if you don't beat Arkansas or Oklahoma, you're going 4-8. Simple as that.
Right.
Because you're going to lose to Georgia after that. You're going to have a bye week. Then you're going to come back and you're going to go to Missouri. You're going to lose to them. Then you got to go to Kentucky and you're going to lose to them. Then you're going to have Vanderbilt, and you're going to give Vanderbilt this false confidence that they are actually a football team and not an academic engineering baseball school, right? And they're going to come down. They're going to come to Jordan here. And because y'all think it's Vandy and y'all think it's going to be candy for y'all with y'all soft baby teeth and y'all little kitty cat mouse. I almost said the P word. We ain't gonna do that. Vanderbilt gonna come in and upset y'all. Then ULM gonna be playing the best ball of their season. They gonna come in and give y'all a run for y'all money. Might New Mexico State y'all again. Then A&M, y'all get them at home again. Yeah, how many home games they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games in a season?
Yeah.
Oh man. You know how, and I don't care to rant about Auburn too much longer, but you know how sad that's going to be? Do you know how sad that's going to be when an Auburn fan has to sit there and know that they had 8 home games this year and they were only able to muster up 4 wins, 5 wins.
Yeah.
Like this team, they really could lose 7, 8 games this year.
Yeah, I know. And the crazy thing is, see, I have family that are Auburn fans, so every time Auburn wins, I hear it nonstop for a year. it irks me. I was like, but the last year on 4th and 31, I called one of my cousins that's an Auburn fan after the game. And his girlfriend was like, the year Auburn beats Alabama, we're getting married. And he looked at her, he said, no.
Oh, man. Hey, listen. Hey, don't be putting that type of life situations on them games, man. We know how them games go when we in Jordan here. And I'm gonna tell you my whole life, y'all, as a Bama fan, I don't have the same confidence as I do going into the Jordan here as I do when we host them, because I just know that field is different. But Zach, you already know what time it is.
Oh yeah.
You already know what time it is. So without further ado, and you can't, Zach, I gotta give you your props. Yesterday, the rebound was definitely heavy. It was heavy. And I'm putting that clip up. I'm gonna do the first song, and I'm gonna do the rebound. It's gonna be fire. But without further ado, AAA family, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, kittens, pigeons, goldfish, ferrets, turtles, sea turtles, whales, anacondas, boa constrictor. Let me stop. Everybody, stand on your feet. Put your phone down. Where that phone at? Hold on. Where my phone at? Take your phone. Y'all remember? This is the new thing. Take your phone. Put it down. Put your hands like this. Take your fingers. And give it up for Zach, the voice of the AAA family. SOS. We'll just.
Yay, Alabama, Crimson Tide. Na, 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 na. Fight, fight, fight. Yay, Alabama, Crimson Tide. Da, na, 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 na. Fight, fight, fight. Yay, Alabama, Crimson Tide. I had to put it on Auburn. You know, Auburn talking.
Yeah. They always talking.
I had to bring down.
Listen, hey, Alabama. Like, hey, what is it? Hey, Auburn, we just beat the hell out of you. Rammer Jammer, yellow. What? All right, so check this out. Zach, I know you were singing the song, but listen, my most fond memory, I had never been to an Iron Bowl live in my life, my whole life. I done watched every Iron Bowl from 97 up until my first ever Iron Bowl. My first ever Iron Bowl, Jalen Hurts, freshman year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. And that was the experience of a lifetime. And that was my first time doing the Rammer Jammer chant, with the crowd. Watching, I wasn't privy to growing up in the state of Alabama from birth all the way up until, I started understanding. I was a military brat. But when I got the experience of that, man, my god brother, Kelvin Green, he was with me. We had one of them tickets, man, randomly. When I say we were emotional, like we were in the stadium like tearing up, bro, because it was such a good energy. It was like you could feel it. But yeah, man, that made me think of that. But Zach, 100%, man. Appreciate you for calling, man. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you off the line today?
Roll Tide, and I'll see y'all in September.
100%, Zach. And don't hesitate to call back in for the next calling segment. We definitely got, we're going to do at least one more before the show is over. So appreciate you, man. And see you later. Talk to you later, man. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Coach Smoot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, phone line is open again, y'all. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. Call in. Let me know how you feel about everything. I mean, these Auburn fans, we really on Auburn neck right now until we get into our main topic of discussion here in about 10 minutes. But we really on Auburn neck right now. Who's this? Somebody keeps calling and hanging up. It's not allowing y'all to come through. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing that to you. Okay, there it is.
Call from.
Hey, Coach, put me in the game.
Oh,
text,
yeah.
Press 1. To
Oh,
send a
yeah.
voicemail, press 2.
You know who it is. Yo, what's up? Say your name for the people, because I know who it is. And tell them what your name is and roll tide.
You know who it is.
What's
It's
up?
the Auburn hater from North Alabama.
Talk to him.
Greg, I'm back.
He's freaking back. Talk to him, and I know you got a lot to say to him because I know you've been seeing it just like I've been seeing. Greg, talk to the people, man. Greg is in the game, y'all.
Good morning, everybody. Just want to wish everybody I hate Auburn Day.
Very beautiful. I hate Auburn Day.
You can't give these little brothers any kind of news. They just go wild with it, and over exaggerate how terrible they are because they're from the bottom looking up, licking our boots. Here, and they get a player here or there. They got a player that flipped 3 times. And he's probably gonna flip again. He's flip. He's flipper. He's flipper.
That's what they call
So whatever.
That's
The
what
only
they
one that I really hate. I hate losing the Smith kid because he's really good, but that's that's a top 50 kid. I hate losing him, but I think we'll get him back. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah. And Greg, before you continue, I gotta do this special shout out, man. Shout out to my boy Nard Harris, man. We go back, and just like then, and just like now, Bama and Miami ain't really ever had no beef. We silenced that back in 92. You know what I'm saying? We silenced that back in 92. So we ain't really ever had no beef. I think the last time I heard from my boy was when they had that midget boy playing quarterback, Tariq King, coming off of ACL. Yeah. And that's the last time we had any type of interaction with college football, and I ain't heard from him since then. I appreciate you for pulling up. Off-season vibes. I feel it, Harris. Appreciate you for real, man. Much love, my boy. Thank you for pulling up, man, over there on the Facebook side. But yeah, man, Auburn with they 4-8, they 5-7. A lot of people giving them too much credit, y'all. I think a lot of teams are going to give Auburn a run for their money. They got a lot of culture things going on over there, and it sound good from the fan base. They see his name signing and all this stuff. But Greg, I really think their culture is hurting right now. Hugh Freeze is not the guy that's going to save it or fix it.
I totally agree. I think he was under some tremendous, and I've even read it on a couple sites here or there, just, looking at stuff where he was under so much pressure because our coaches just really come in and, had a really, we're behind the ball with a lot of these kids.
Yeah.
And he's been there for, going on 2 years almost, and we're getting players everywhere and totally knocking it out of the park, blowing them away. They dropped to 15th in recruiting. Now, they're up a little bit, but, it's way, way over. Just remember now, we can flip people too. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. We're going to be coming after some defensive linemen. We only need about 3 anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll keep recruiting Coleman, maybe, whatever, but I wouldn't really put a ton of time in it. He's so wishy-washy. He don't know what he wants. I'm going after somebody else that maybe is already committed. There's not too many good defensive linemen left that hasn't committed. There's a few, but we can flip too. We got cash just like everybody else. And, it's Bama. That's it. It's Bama. It ain't, I don't know what Auburn even sells, to be honest with you. I've heard about Kick Six. I mean, yeah, I'm sick of that. That's 10 years ago.
10 whole years, Greg. 10 years. My son, my son was 3 years old when that happened. He don't even remember it.
What's funny about it, on the Kick Six celebration last year, they had a big booth down there with pictures, videos, and maybe some autographs of whoever.
And they gave up the grave digger.
Yeah. and we go 4th and 31. We go dagger.
Mm-hmm.
We put a dagger in that booth.
Mm-hmm.
That booth went down in flames. That's all you can. If that's all you can celebrate, you can't celebrate championships. That's for sure, because you ain't got many.
Man.
And the last one you got, you scammed that one. You know, we blew that game in Tuscaloosa, which was probably the one game that just haunts me forever. That big lead we had and blew it in the second half with that luck that they had. They should have been Notre Dame that year. They had so much luck of everything.
Mm-hmm.
The tip ball against Georgia, the ball with Mark Ingram should have rolled out of bounds, and it just kept rolling down and wouldn't go out. It was sickening.
Right.
But they're little brothers. They don't have nothing to say. They can't say jack. We've won 30 SEC championships. 30. I don't even know if they've won 5.
Man, 30? Yeah, I mean,
yep.
And then the thing is,
30,
I think we did 6 of them under Coach Saban, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or is it? No, it was 9 SEC championships. 9 SEC championships and 6 national championships.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a good point.
That's crazy.
That means championships all the time. And look how many times we lost in the final. We got beat in the Final Four. I mean, they can't even get in the SEC championship. Except for that last time they did.
I can't remember.
We got to go to the.
I can't remember when we've had. When's the last season we've had more? Okay, Bryce's last year when we had 2 losses in season. No, that don't even count because the second loss came in the SEC championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, no, that year we lost to Tennessee and LSU.
Okay, yeah, that year. Okay,
last play of the game, pretty much in both games.
Both games, LSU game, the rub route with Mason, and and then the Tennessee game. That was I don't even want to talk about that one.
I know that was
Pete Golden's best. Pete Golden's best game.
Pete Golden, he was an idiot the whole game, but you know what? Nick Saban let him do it. So,
Pete Golden's best game as a coordinator. Right, that's what the expert analysts were saying going into that Tennessee game. They felt like it would be Pete Golden's best called defensive. Man, let's not get on that because that's almost as bad as talking about Auburn fans and Auburn as a whole. You start talking about Pete Golden, that's when. I love the fact that he's at Ole Miss. Somebody said something about Ole Miss earlier. I love the fact that Pete Golden is at Ole Miss because y'all going to see exactly why y'all won't get over the hump. I don't care what type of talent y'all get, graduate transfers, whatever portal stuff y'all do. You have Pete Golden as a defensive coordinator. That boy Jeremy McCraw pulled in. Listen, we got Florida fans in here, we got Auburn fans, we got Miami fans. Y'all, the network is growing. I told y'all it was going to happen sooner or later. The season about to kick off. People ready to talk their stuff. I'm telling you, my boy Jeremy McCraw is a diehard Florida fan. I need him to go ahead and call in today too, because I got to rant about Florida too. I love how quiet y'all been in the off season. I would be too, and my rant ain't to ridicule y'all. I truly, I'm gonna let Greg speak on it, but I truly feel sorry for Florida this year. I sympathize with Florida. I feel I genuinely have sent up a couple football prayers for y'all to get at least 4 wins this year. Cause I don't see y'all getting 5, 6. You might get 4, right? But we're gonna talk about it, right? But yeah, Ty, they might go 4-8. Florida might go 3-9.
Yeah, their schedule is it's somebody's got to have the toughest schedule. Somebody does, and it's them. It's terrible. If they win 8 games, he ought to win Coach of the Year in the SEC. I'm not kidding.
8,
but if they were to win 8, I'm just saying I don't think they will because their schedule.
If he slip out 7, if he slip out over 500, for me, I'm Hugh Freeze might be doing something different with this schedule and what's on that roster, that quarterback room. All that undeveloped talent at the wide receiver position, you got a solid running back room, in my opinion. Your offensive line, I don't know what that's going to look like. Your defense look garbage. Your secondary, y'all win. Mm-hmm. Antonio Kite left and went over there, and did he show up to practice at Alabama? Yes, but OG, I'm talking to him. Antonio Kite, I mean, we Facebook friends. I talk crap to him all the time. Every time he posts something about Auburn, I be like, that's not ugly. His pretty daughter, he got that old pretty baby wearing that ugly Auburn stuff. Don't be doing. Listen, Don't be doing y'all children wrong like that too. Y'all some horrible people. Don't be putting no Auburn gear, no Tennessee gear, none of that crap. Don't be putting that crap on y'all kids. Don't be doing that. Let these kids get old enough to understand what's going on in this world. Don't be labeling them. Don't force them into a lifestyle of mediocrity when they could really have an opportunity to be a fan of something a lot more successful. Okay? That's my life lesson for y'all today. Do not do that to your children, okay? Not. But yeah, that Auburn secondary is horrible. I mean, Jesus Christ, I feel sorry for him. But Greg, before I let you off it, because dang, Greg, I ain't gonna lie. Today the first time you've been on the line, and we've had 4 missed calls, 4 people waiting, 4 different numbers.
Well,
So,
a couple of them was mine. I hit the wrong button, so I have to say.
No, I'm saying 4 different numbers have popped up since me and you have been on these past 10 minutes. That's crazy. I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
We bring the attention when we're together.
Facts, 100%. And you know what? I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get to talk to you yesterday, being that I had a week off. And I was like, where my boy Greg at? I said, if anybody...
I had stuff going on. I thought you were on. I tried to get, then I had some stuff going on. I couldn't get away because I got to be in my little privacy place by myself. Wanting to get a hold of my content creator. Needed my fix. I don't want nobody else to know.
Look, your Alabama.
I'm gonna be in my.
I'm gonna be in
my Joe Biden weird voice. I need my fix. Nobody else knows where to get it.
Oh man, you was a trip, bro. Hey, what we
but you know what? Everything orange and blue sucks. I don't care what it is. I don't care who you are. If your high school team's blue and orange, I won't cheer for you because I look at it. I can't stand it. Don't like it. It sucks. Orange, nothing sucks like orange. And blue, they're ruining that color. Blue's a good color, but they put blue in there too. I mean, they copied Virginia. That's how they originally got their colors. Because the coach of Virginia came down. That's how Auburn got the blue. You look at Virginia, they're exactly the same color blue, same color orange. They suck in everything. So, it's just they're pretenders. Nobody even cares about them. Nobody. I don't even know they exist.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the funny part about it. You got Auburn sitting in the middle, eastern central part of the state, right? And it's like that part of Alabama just stinks. I don't know if y'all smell it when y'all.
Yeah, nobody lives down there.
Listen,
nobody lives down there.
I just hate that part of the state of Alabama. It stinks. It smells like I said this before.
It's East Georgia.
West Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia.
It's like everything from the Chattahoochee gets dumped right there, like off of the banks into the lines of Lee County, right? And it just stinks. If I had to, I referenced it. I said Auburn Opelika area smell like hot dog water and collard green juice from Thanksgiving leftovers type stuff. Like mixing those two smells together. I love collard greens, and we all know that a fresh smelling glizzy ain't too bad. Pause. But mixing those smells together, like if you walk in the house, somebody just made hot dogs and just got done making greens. That's nasty, and that's what it smell like. It's like eating too much asparagus and not drinking enough water. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
It's just a big farm. No offense to farmers, but it's just a big farm with a lot of cow.
A bunch of out there. You know everywhere. What I'm saying? Yeah, just a bunch of everywhere.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But they're going crazy because they're dominating the state. Well, Alabama, we try to dominate the United States.
Yeah.
We try to get the best. We want to get top 100 players, not top 10 in Alabama, which only 1 or 2 of them might be top 100, sometimes maybe 3 or 4. And we get our share of that, but we've gone past that. If we only tried to rely on Alabama players like we used to back in the day, we'd be dead in the water like them. Like the only thing they can recruit is their only main base forever has been Alabama, Georgia. Usually they used to get more players out of Georgia than Alabama, and Florida. That triangle. That's it. They don't go nowhere else. They never got a player hardly anywhere.
Talking pipeline
outside that triangle.
We talked
I mean, they
pipelines
just don't
earlier.
because they can't. Nobody who wants to go down there. What you going to be?
Not
What you going to
nobody.
do? You want to be a pharmacist? You want to be a farmer? You want to be an accountant? What do you want to do? I mean, it's just there's not much to choose from down there.
Right.
Might be a veterinarian. Put your hand up in dog's ass all the time or whatever, but it's just not very attractive. They're like Mississippi State. It's the same way.
Man, and
that's why they can't get nobody to go there. I mean, that's just not. Clemson's that way, but they got a little more than Auburn does. But they got to beg people to go down there. It's stupid, man. It's stupid.
Right, man. But Greg, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you off the line, my boy?
Well, don't get nobody overreact to Auburn getting a couple little players, the faking kid. We wasn't going to get him anyway.
Yeah.
We barely even recruited him, I think. I ain't worried about that. He's okay. He's not a bad player. Of course, the Coleman. I'm not worried about anything they do because they know how to screw up everything. They got an idiot coach. Their staff, they're okay. They're not great. I'm not even worried about them. We need to worry about the Texases, the Georgias. We don't worry about Auburn because they're little brother. Man, who cares about your little brother?
Mm-hmm.
They're just getting away and they irritate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. I got to worry about the people we got to go back and street fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the ones we got to beat in recruiting because they got better coaches. They got better head coaches. They got a better fan base. They got bigger stadiums. They got bigger everything. That's who we compete with. We don't compete with these guys with little crappy stadiums that they've never done anything to. We don't care about kick sixes. We don't care about that because it's stupid.
Right.
It's stupid. If it wasn't for luck, we'd have probably beat them 10 years in a row.
Man. And that's what I don't think Auburn fans realize that they've not once beaten Alabama during Coach Saban's team.
Like we beat them in Tuscaloosa. We usually beat the shit out of them in Georgia. In Tuscaloosa, pardon my language.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a close game. Very rarely. We beat the dog piss out of them.
Yep.
We truck them. At Auburn, they have that whatever, when that eagle flies around. I don't know if he poops on our helmets or something going on that makes us play stupid. But, we never have played good down there, usually. But, they're just so – it's crazy how delusional they are.
I mean, outlandish.
They're
out
more of
there
a
in left
basketball
field.
school than they are a football school, if you ask me.
They not even that no more. They not even that
I
no
know,
more. They couldn't even seize the moment with
beat
that.
them in that now.
Yeah, they couldn't
We
even
beat them
seize
in that now.
They couldn't even seize the moment with that. They always got to find a way to drop
They were
the ball.
bragging about going to the Final Four. I was there in the Final Four, believe it or not, in Minneapolis when they got there, and me and my son were the only people pulling for Virginia. Funny that they played the same color team. And at the end of the game, we were going nuts because how it ended, but it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I loved every minute of it.
Tough, man. But yeah, Greg, man, appreciate you, my boy, and you already know, man. Next calling segment, if nobody beats you to the line, definitely call in because we really about to break down the SEC, bro.
I got you on speed dial. It's hard to beat me. I got you on speed dial. I just go boom. When you say lines are,
he already hitting it.
I already hitting it.
That's what's up, my boy.
You got to. I mean, when I'm addicted, I'm shaking.
Okay,
I'm shaking. I'm ready. I got to have something.
For sure, man. I appreciate you, though, Greg. And like I said, all the time, anytime, every time, bro. Call in. You always providing some good dialogue. And we appreciate you for supporting the Coach Smooth Network, man, for real.
Yep. Love it, man.
All right,
everybody just have a good day and smile. We're still 1 or 2 in recruiting. We're not 10 or 11 like they are. They'll probably lose another player or two. I'm not worried about it. Well, we might too. I mean, we still got to sign all these guys December. When the season starts,
man,
they start doing trash.
That's what I was going to say.
Something left and right.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I mean, literally. But yeah, man. Listen, if we don't do nothing else at Alabama, we're going to recruit quality players. The brand itself, at least for the even if Kalen DeBoer somehow he forgets how to coach and win, right? If Bama goes 5-7 this year, right, which I seriously doubt, because of it being Alabama and that being such a bad thing for us, You know how many players might turn and be like, "Oh, this is my opportunity now." I got way more opportunity. This is that first losing season in 17 years, 18 years.
Yeah.
Come on.
Auburn's had a losing season, what, 3 out of 4?
Every 3 out of 4 years. Every 3 out of 4 years, they come with a losing record on average. For every 3 years that we were going to the national championship, 2 out of those years, they had a losing record.
Oh, man, I hate to be an Auburn fan, man, especially when we're in our heyday, man. You know that sucked. Oh, my God.
Man, listen. But yeah,
oh my God.
But yeah, Greg, let me get you off the line and let somebody else get on here, man.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get into it. Like this tier breakdown that we about to do with the SEC, I'm about to make some folks mad. I think you're gonna like this next segment.
Oh, I know I am. We put Auburn. Auburn can be in that last tier near the bottom.
For sure, man. You already know what time it is, man.
I know where they're gonna be.
Yes, sir.
For Vanderbilt, you know where they'd be.
Oh yeah, that part. But again, Greg, appreciate you, man, and roll tide, my boy.
Buddy. Roll tide, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yo, shout out to Greg, man. Y'all know every time I get Greg on the line, we never end the phone call when it's supposed to end. But we got one more phone call before we go to our next segment. 228 is on the line.
Call from.
Hey, dog. Put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yo, K-Dog, you in the game. You on the line with Coach Smook. How you feeling this morning, my boy?
Bro, I'm feeling wonderful, man. How you feel?
Man, listen. I done got it all off my chest about these Auburn fans. I had to let it rip. I don't have time to type no more and be on Twitter typing paragraphs. So I just had to let it rip on the live. If they really want smoke, they would have came here. You know, this is it's called smoke section for a reason. You know, and any Auburn fans, I mean, I had a few in here. They not gonna say much of anything, right? But other than that, you know, I see them on Twitter. I'll see them, and you know what, K-Dog, I think you said this before on Twitter or one of the socials, either in the segment. You said I need to start screenshotting all these crazy comments when folks be saying stuff. Because I told some Auburn fans yesterday, I said Anquan Fagans, he gonna commit to Auburn, right? He's gonna verbally commit, but he's not gonna sign with Auburn. He's not gonna sign to Auburn. I guarantee it.
Yeah, these kids are just committing right now. They, like Colin was saying, they still got to sign that letter of intent.
Mm-hmm.
This is just words coming out of these kids' mouth. But yeah, them Twitter fingers got to be hurting. I mean, they got ice packs on them fingers or something. Been typing all weekend. I mean, they were so scared. They were pulling up bland Google plates and put 2 Auburn pages. Had to go on Google, look up bland seafood place and post them and say, this is what we had at our cookout. Because they were so scared. They didn't know what was going to happen at our cookout that they didn't want these kids going because we had some bland seafood plates.
That's
like,
crazy.
Man, y'all had 2 to 3 kids commit, and now y'all got the number 1 class in the nation.
And I'm
just sitting there like,
that's this crazy misconception that the fan base has, you know. And I really wish, and it's really, I think all fans across the SEC will agree when it comes to recruiting. I think Florida fans and Auburn fans are the worst, right? One, because they'll get that one-off guy and K-Dog, I'm gonna say this with as much respect because I don't dog players. I don't, you know, these are young men. I can't mess with none of these young men on the field at this age, at this point in my life. I don't get out there and practice every day. But I know for a fact, if I had a lot of exposure that a lot of these kids have today, if I had that in my time, I would have been in a similar position, if not better. And I definitely wouldn't have handled it like a lot of these one-off guys are, like an Antonio Coleman did. You know, I would not be flipping and flopping because I understand the value of what I bring to the program or what I bring to a team. And if a program fits in my vision of what I want to be, that's where I'm going. It's an easy. And then even now with the money, like you telling me that no matter how much it is, you're telling me you're going to pay for my school and I have an opportunity to pocket some money too now as a collegiate athlete. I don't see how kids are more locked into finding a real destination now than they trying to go and do all this other. And I encourage, take your visits, look at your options. But all that flip flopping, why even waste the time to commit verbally and then flip and then decommit and then recommit and all this? Why do it? K-Dot, what you think is the driving factor behind all that?
Man, it's got to be money. It's got to be money, car. I mean, whatever they're flashing around, that's got to be it. These kids, I mean, these kids don't have a future. I mean, they don't want to go to the NFL. They just want to play at Auburn for a year or two, and then see what my options are. Because Auburn sucks, and you see Bama going to the playoffs every year, and you're like, man, why did I choose this team? I mean, we're getting our butts spanked every weekend by these big schools. Man, why did I go here? Derek Smith, like, man, I mean, if I was him, I'd be looking at this like an opportunity to be a Travis Hunter, play on both sides of the ball. I mean, you'd be stupid to go to Auburn. They're gonna play you at wide receiver. What you gonna do there? Diddly squat.
The thing is, this is where I do agree with Derek Smith at for flipping to Auburn. If you feel like you're a better receiver and that's where they're going to recruit and let you play at, by all means, go do it. By all means. Now, Derek Smith was an early commitment to Alabama, right? When he committed, there was no clear trajectory on what the roster would entail after the spring, right? So he committed before spring ball. I want y'all to think about this with a lot of these players that might decommit and flip. Derek Smith was committed. He was committed to Alabama before spring ball kicked off. Stayed committed through spring ball. As Alabama got heavy on the recruiting trail and got established, this new staff got established, and they started to be able to get in touch with priority targets, number 1, number 2 guys. A lot of these number 1 and number 2 targets for Alabama started showing a lot more interest. And you started seeing a wave of guys start to flip and commit and be 100% committed. The number 1 and number 2 targets. So Derek Smith might have been the number 5 safety that Alabama had on the board, and he might have been the number 8 wide receiver. But because there was no number 1 and number 2 wide receiver or safety committed to the University of Alabama in March, he felt good about his position. I may go to spring practice. I may get burned at free safety. I may get burned at wide receiver, depending on what the staff needs. But now you see the class shaping up, and you see guys getting committed. We got our 2 wide receivers, so that messes up his opportunity to play wide receiver. And then we're going heavy for 3 safeties right now. And I know people like, he just said Fagan's going to commit. I didn't say Fagan's going to commit. I said Fagan's going to end up signing with Alabama. That's my take. Commit and signing is 2 different things. I want y'all to go back and listen to all of my takes. Commits and signing is a word that I don't use. Those are words that I don't use loosely. All right. And so, but you look at Derek Smith's opportunity, he can go to Auburn right now. And like I said, there's so much trash in front of this 25 class. The 24 class is almost a saving grace, but they couldn't even get a solid quarterback in that class. So now you got to wait another year to really see everything turn over for you at Auburn.
Yeah, he going to get on that field and start running them routes, and the ball going to go flying over his head or his feet. And you going to be like, what the heck, man?
Facts.
This ain't the move.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, it's just crazy. It's got to be a money factor. These kids aren't hungry no more. They don't go to where their heart is. They will go to what's going to fill the pockets up the most. There was a kid on TikTok. He just committed to Baylor. He was asking people for 10 posts a day where he should commit.
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy. Like, why are you asking other people where should I go where? And then he commits to Baylor. And I think his name's Taz Williams Jr. or something like that. If you look him up. But yeah, it's like taking this whole thing as like a joke. Like, this is your future. You're setting up to make millions. I mean, you just taking this like this. It's just nothing.
Well, I heard a lot of things about and I, like I said, I'm not a message board watcher. I usually get into a lot of leaked messages and stuff. I always get tagged in somebody's leaked message, or I get tagged in an Instagram post, or I get sent a screenshot from Instagram, and that's what lead me to start looking into things. And I started hearing stuff about Antonio Coleman. Y'all remember last week when I spoke on Coleman, I said, it seems that he's turning for the better, but I don't believe it. You're going to have to show me. I'm not going to believe it until he's signed. And I know everybody that was watching the live, I spoke on that. And sure enough, that was the reason why I said it, because certain rumors, when they come from certain parts of the state or certain parts of recruiting insiders, you can just about bank it in true, right? Bank it and take it to the bank. But my thing is with Antonio Coleman, even when he flipped to Alabama from Auburn, when he flipped back to Bama, I wasn't excited. The day I was at the Tennessee game, I got a text message about 2 hours before he announced his commitment. And they said, you called it, but don't expect him to stay 100%. And I said, okay, 100%. I feel you, because ain't no way you flipping like that in state. Come on. And we had somebody try to tell us yesterday that Reuben Foster did the same thing. No, he didn't. His situation was way different. First of all, secondly, Auburn, I think during his time coming out of recruitment, Auburn had just got got Gus Malzahn in, right? He had just got there. So the trajectory for his recruitment changed. The head coaching position, it was a lot of different things. This is a different vibe with Antonio Coleman. This is an attention seeker and a good character young man. That's the funny thing about it. Good character young man. You can't find nobody say nothing bad about him. But when you talk about handling the business on this level at this day and age, and you got to understand, and I said this yesterday, these are 16, 17-year-old kids. These are not grown men. These are kids. So what is being put in place for him to be developed and learning how to handle this type of this area of his career at an efficient level? And I would like for somebody in this camp to tell him to calm down and stop flipping. Even if you don't commit to Alabama, it ain't about committing to Alabama. It's just about the image, the perception you're putting out there.
Not only that, but somebody needs to tell him to do his research. Tell him to see who's developed the best D lines in the SEC. Who's put D linemen in the NFL? Auburn don't do nothing with D linemen. I mean, he probably looked at that roster and saw that list of D linemen ahead of him, was like, dang, I'm probably not going to start for another 2 to 3 years. I better go to Auburn so I can get some playing time.
100%. 100%. And that's going to be a deciding factor for a lot of these kids in this class, man. Looking at how much coaching turnover and conference realignment and all that happened this past offseason, the ones that are taking their time and not committing, I believe that's a part of their process. I think that's what they're considering. Everything that goes into all of that and their trajectory. So and that's why I'm satisfied with the caliber of recruit that Coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff is recruiting. But K-Dog, I'm gonna let you say one more statement, let you get one more statement in, and then say what you got to say to the people. And we're gonna get it on to our last segment so we can get this cut done. And I'm gonna open the phone lines back up for everybody else for you again for this last segment. I think y'all really gonna enjoy this tier segment. I promise
you. Yes, sir. I mean, I just want to say I don't think Auburn, because I don't even think Auburn even has one 5-star committed to this class, if they even have one. But we got the number 2 class in the country, I believe. And once we get these next few commits, we either gonna stay there or we'll jump to number 1. Auburn, they'll be lucky to even stay in the top 10. Like I was thinking they were gonna be around that 8 or 9 mark. I think they're like in the 5s or something, but they'll probably drop back down. So we ain't really worried about it. They had a small July, or a small July. We had a massive June, so that's why it's quiet right now. But once we get, I think we only have 2 or 3 more kids to commit in our class to be complete, and then we'll start hitting the transfer portal after that, and then we'll be straight. I mean, we'll be set to go for the next year. I can't wait to see what this class of 25 puts together on the field. It's going to be something good to see.
Facts, man. 24. I'm ready to see how 24 develops this year. What the trajectory looks like for the 24, the freshmen this year, and how intricate and what type of input they're going to be able to contribute. Because that's going to let 25 know what type of opportunities that they might have privy to them. You know, we got a lot of veteran guys that's going to be leaving this roster after this season. And I think the next 2 years are very important as far as getting your younger guys, your sophomores and your upcoming sophomores and your incoming freshmen and that 26 class of commits, getting them bought into the opportunity, having the opportunity to put something on the field, actually get in there and compete and get on the field early. So, yeah, man, I'm right there with you, man. I'm excited. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you go, bro?
Oh, man, I just want to say, y'all just keep showing the channel some love. I love seeing all the super chats and all that in here. Just showing you some love, man. I just want to say that fallout was probably the best thing that could have ever happened.
Look, we enjoying the benefits of our faith, man. That's all we doing. We enjoying the benefits of our faith because we got a right to win too, man. Everybody that chooses to bet on themselves and really trust God, you got a right to win. That's what he wanted you to do anyways. He wants you to bet on yourself. He wants you to have faith in his ability to keep you. And when you do that, man, you have a right to win. You have a right to experience some victories. It ain't all about tests and trials. They're going to be there, but it's about enjoying the victories too. And your victories might not be as big as the next man's, but it's a victory. Celebrate it. Be appreciative for your victories. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait for that mercy drop. That stuff look good.
Hey, man, listen, I'm literally watching the page now because the link is about to be available here in about 15 minutes. So, yeah, the link.
Check it out.
Yeah, man. So, we're going to get into our next segment. And then after that segment, I might go ahead and run the commercial again because we'll do an official launch with the link in the chat and let people go and explore the page. And mind you, this is just the startup page, y'all. Don't get on there talking about it's basic. It is basic. We wanted to run efficiently. You know what I'm saying? We test run it.
You don't want a too complicated website that you can't navigate through and figure out how to buy something off of.
Right. That part.
Go on there, click buy.
Pay my money and give me my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my shirt so we can rep this AAA.
Only all them navigation bars and tabs and all that going.
Yeah, 100%, man. But my guy K-Dog, man, appreciate you for calling, man, and Roll Tide. And we'll catch up with you in a few, man.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. We out here, y'all. Y'all see, so I don't know if y'all have been noticing, but I always get to like a stride in the show. Like at the hour 45, hour 30 mark, I get to this stride. And I'm not bouncing as much because I'm settled in. The energy is I'm in that mode. Like that dude on the TikTok videos, the barber, he be like, and I'm in that mode. And the camera get close on his face. I'm gonna find a way to do that. We're gonna get a new camera, y'all. And yeah, Trina know what I'm talking about. He be staring like this. He don't have no facial expression. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Listen, last topic of the day before we go back into before we go into the segment on this next segment, it's kind of like a reality or reach, but we're breaking down the tiers of the SEC, the tiers of the SEC football. What teams are going to be in what tier? We're talking about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. We're going to do 4 tiers over here on the Coach Smoot Network. We got 14 teams in the SEC. That's going to take a minute to get used to. I kept putting names when I was doing the list. I said, dang, I feel like I'm missing somebody, and I was missing South Carolina and Arkansas, of all people. Like South Carolina and Arkansas. I remember Vandy because we know Vandy candy. We know Auburn trash. We can't forget Auburn. They're the bottom of the barrel. They're going to stay there. I mean, Vandy's down there, but they're not like scum. You know what I'm saying? They're the nice kids that show up to the party regardless if they get presents or candy or cake or not. They're just glad to be at the party, right? And they don't care. They don't care. They know that they're going to get a gift bag, right, for showing up. Their parents are probably the ones that they carry around like packs of Kleenexes, the small packs, the pocket Kleenex. They carry those. That's what Vandy is to me. Like they're that type of, their fan base is like that to me. They don't have, like that year he was like, Alabama, you next. Y'all remember that? Alabama, we want you next. Yeah. Bama, you next. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember? I wish I had it queued up. That's what our show gonna have next time. We're gonna have a whole staff in the background. We're gonna be able to pull those clips quick. Bama, you're next. Y'all remember that? That was the last time I heard anything from a Vanderbilt fan. They was 5-0. They was on a high horse. They was ready. They just knew they was about to come in and upset Tua and no, that wasn't even Tua and them. That was Jalen. Tua came in on the second half and threw 3 touchdowns. I think it was something like that. That little crazy spinner Rooney to Jerry Jeudy. But yeah, man. Oh man. Y'all gotta enjoy the moment, man. We as Bama fans, we really had almost 2 decades of dominance under one coach. You don't get that in college football, especially in college football. You can get in the NFL, but not college football. So there's a reason why we walk around with our chest out. And then to have Coach DeBoer be the one replacing them. We got a coach that know how to coach in championship games. He's played in one pack, 2-pack, playoff. He's played in 4 big time games. He's 3-1 in big games. Conference championship, playoff game, 2-0, and then he lost the national championship to the team that beat everybody. That literally lost to nobody. So, I mean, that's good stuff. Southern Red says, I think DeBoer is going to be really good at giving the younger players playing time to build loyalty. Not only that, Southern Red, we're coming in a transition phase where you want to start getting guys that you're recruiting into your system so the system can look like what you envision it to look like. And the good thing about Alabama is, and he said this, and the whole staff has said it, coming to Alabama, you don't have to worry about talent. It's all about getting guys to buy in. And this team, based off of the reports and even from what I was able to see, they're bought in. Energy, attitude, everything, they're bought in. So you got talent. You got a coach that knows how to coach winning style of football, right? And then you turn around, you got players on the roster that's willing to get, commit to it. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. Not just with your freshmen, but all your guys. You got young guys out there. You got older guys that want to win. So that's where we at. JB718, I see you, man. You missed it, boy. We already showed them the commercial, man. JB, they going crazy for the merch, man. Listen, because we at the halfway point of our show, I think it's time to run back the commercial segment. So because we're at that point, I'm going to take a minute and get me something to drink. We get a little 4-minute commercial break segment. Trina, that's click. That's clutch right there. That's clutch. But y'all, we're really trying to structure the network, the show to be a show. So expect commercials. I know y'all get ads and stuff, but expect our own ads and stuff to start promoting some of our product, because we're not just going to have merch. We're not just going to have clothing merchandise. We're going to have cups and everything that you're going to be able to start ordering and having for you. I mean, everything. Mouse pads for all my office people that want to represent. Visors. Y'all know I'm a visor guy with my hair. I got to have a visor. I'm talking about the AAA. We're going to have the AAA logo right there. We're going to have the Coach Smoot logo. And it's about to get crazy, y'all. So continue to support the channel. The only way it's going to happen is we continue to grow. And we're still trying to get to our 2K. We're still trying to get to our 2K subscribers. We got one more day to get to it. We need like 86 followers, I think. We need 86 followers to reach 2K. So all my Twitter people, if you ain't followed me on YouTube yet, please come and follow me on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you ain't came to the YouTube side and hit that subscribe, come subscribe on my YouTube channel. Appreciate my brother. Hey, y'all, this is my best friend, Antonio Kendrick Sr. That's my brother, Tony K. Grew up together. He'll tell you. He know. And it's funny because even he called me now and be like, man, how you feel about it? It's like all my homies call. And that when I think about it, that's how we was growing up. I always had a different viewpoint on the approach to Alabama football. I've always had a different perspective and a different way of looking at things. And it ain't always went over well with a lot of people, but a majority of the time, the more I learned about football and schematics and all that, how the game works, it's worked out. So shout out to my people for pulling up and showing love, man. I really appreciate it. I can't thank y'all enough. But without further ado, check out this commercial. This is how you become a member of the AAA family. And then also, merch launch. We talking about it. It's here. So take a moment, check it out, y'all. Here we go.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. So between now and August 31st, you will have a chance to receive a 15% discount on all merchandise available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. I think me and Trina both get hype every time that did somebody say put me in the game. I don't know what made me think of that, y'all. I had to find a way to tie. But y'all, that's that creative mind flow. Appreciate y'all for supporting. Yeah, I didn't even go and get no water or nothing because I was sitting over here trying to see if the merch it came up. So if y'all see the link, it's in the chat. It's working. We are live on the site, y'all. The merch site is live. Here we go. There you go. You got your merch right there. So if you at any time, you don't have to wait for a moderator. This is something that you all can do on your own time. Oh, that's who else was in. That was in there. That was in there. Was you in that? Yeah, you was in there last night. That's who he's. Listen, this is my guy. This is my guy. This is our brand logo graphic designer. Everything branding wise with our logo, the style of it, all I do is tell him my idea and he draws it up. Amazing. This right here behind me, he did that. Showed it. So shout out to my graphic logo design manager, handling everything for Coach Smook Network. Yeah. And I mean, it makes it easy because now all I got to do is do the editing part. Use the graphics, do the editing. Yeah, we in there. But yeah, we are up, y'all. And because we up, check this out. I want to talk about it. I really think this is huge for us. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all don't understand it, but my team understands it. This is huge for us. Check out the merch. And like I said, 15% off the whole month. The whole month of August. From now until August, 15% off. Y'all see them prices. Better go get it while you can. 15% off on all this. Come on, y'all. Got an opportunity to really do something huge here. 15% off, y'all. Go get your merch. Go get your merch. And don't forget, you got to click on it to find out what colors we got. We got some of everything. Got some of everything. They look good on it. They look good on it. Got some of everything on it. So make sure y'all click that link, man. Y'all can go to that link, check it out. Get your orders in. What's crazy is we don't have to do anything on the back end. This site allows us to just put the product out there. They have people that do the product. And so you guys this is why we're doing a soft launch. We're doing a soft launch and we have limited quantity of products available. I want y'all to take advantage of it and really start repping it. Because I know for a fact, don't be surprised if by kickoff, I got 2 of these polos, right? Because we got 2 colors available. Don't be surprised if the VIP shirt is being seen a lot more. The hoodies definitely getting bought up. And this right here, y'all, where's the sweatshirt? We got a sweatshirt that we putting out. I don't think we actually put it out yet, but we have a sweatshirt, a hoodie with no hoodie. That material, the thicker long sleeve. We're gonna have that one for all my people that don't necessarily care for hoodies. And then I found the zip up hoodies. So we looking for a design to put on that one. And like I said, this is the red letter lineup. Everything on here, as you can see, everything is red lettering, except for the main logo. But everything is generally red lettering. I like this hoodie, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. That part right there on the pocket does it for me. That does it for me. And in the back on it, it just does it for. That's the hoodie. Is it in white? Do we have that one in white? It's only in black. It's only in black right now. But we're gonna get it. We're gonna get that mug in white. We're gonna definitely get that one in white, Trina. We're gonna do that one. KT. Thad, we're gonna do that. Piano Man, we're gonna do that. Without further ado, let's jump into this last segment, y'all. Let's get into it. Here we go. We're breaking down the SEC in tiers. We're breaking it down in tiers today. Tiers, SEC tiers. And y'all see how I already got mine mapped out. Y'all see how I'm feeling. And this ain't no disrespect. This is real stuff. I'm talking. I ain't trolling right now. This is really how I feel about the upcoming season when it comes to everybody in the SEC. And y'all know I when I talk football, I talk football, and this is not a troll. So if you hate Auburn, but let's be realistic about Auburn. If you hate Tennessee, let's hate Tennessee, but let's be realistic about Tennessee, right? So talking about the SEC tiers, right? SEC tiers. Did I spell that right? SEC tiers? Yeah, okay. SEC tiers. We're looking at a situation now where this is a good transition year. We're bringing in Texas and Oklahoma, right? You got Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC, but you got some teams that have a lot of veteran leadership that could really get over the hump and take advantage of a lot of change on the top end, right? You got and look at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and kind of zoom in and out so y'all can navigate. This is how I set it up. The playoff pushers. I like to think of these guys as these teams as the teams that have already been established. They're either coming off of a successful season, a strong push season where they were either in the playoffs or they were like literally on the outskirts, outside looking in, 5-6 looking in. And it's because these 3 teams, is kind of crazy and ironic that I have these 3 teams as playoff pushers, and we were literally the reason Georgia got kept out of the playoffs. Texas was almost the reason why we got kept off, right? And we were the reason why Texas got in. That's crazy that all 3 of those teams are in the same conference. So when people try to discredit what's happening in the SEC as far as being the conference that has the most skilled teams, we have 3 teams that can possibly be in the playoffs in our conference right now. Right now, realistically. Oh, you could check anybody's preseason rankings. You check anybody SEC predictions. Everybody has these 3 teams making a playoff push this year, barring all crazy catastrophic injuries or crazy stuff like that. But you got Alabama, Georgia, and Texas. Not going to speak on Alabama first. Of course, you know, we've already been speaking on Alabama all offseason. Georgia. Let's speak on Georgia real quick. I want to talk about Georgia. I'm going to pull up their schedule real quick. I'm pull up their schedule. And this is the best way to kind of get you all to see what I mean when I talk about where these teams might fall. And Georgia to me has one of the weaker schedules that they've had in years, which they deserve it because they did their time. They did their bid of playing the top end. But this year they have one of the weaker schedules. But they still got a nice balance by finding a good Texas game. Having to go to Texas. That's going to do good for them to see what this veteran team does with that type of pressure. But also coming to us, that's a tough game. You know, but they get Auburn at home. They get Mississippi State at home. Do they get Tennessee? They get Tennessee at home this year. Let me pull this tab up. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I came in a while. What Pop say? Go back. Go ahead. What Pop say? I seen that shiny head on this. There you go. I came in while the Merc. You hit it twice. I got you. Just hit it one time. If you go down, I got you. He said I came in while the merch was showing straight. Was fight. Oh yeah, Pops, you got to get the hoodie. And you know what, Pops, I got you a polo. I made a polo. Trina, did I not say it last night? I said, my dad, if anybody want me to have a polo, it's gonna be Pops. He love his polos, man. I could see my Pops rocking that Coach Smoot Network, that AAA logo. I mean, he's a polo guy. That's he's always been squared away. I mean, in the military, he was the one, he could stand his pants up without a hanger because he starched them. That's how he would starch his BDU bottoms, his tops and bottoms, like crisp creases. And I did it for a while, but then they stopped us from ironing. And then I just gave up on ironing. They stopped making clothes that need to be ironed, and I got tricked and off topic. Anyway, but back on Georgia's schedule. You look at it, I really see Georgia having the opportunity to go 10-2, 11-1. 9-3 at worst. And I'm going to start with the worst. Worst case scenario for Georgia. We're going to say worst case, best case. Worst case scenario, and I'm going to call out the games. You go in, you have an early upset against Clemson. You come to Bryant-Denny, you're losing that game. I don't care what Georgia fans say, you're losing that game. You're not coming in and beating Alabama, this roster, and a better coaching staff with improved Jalen Miro and a defense that's going to allow these guys to really play faster. You're not going to get us. And this style of play with the type of quarterback we have and your defensive scheme always struggles with athletic quarterbacks who can throw the deep ball. Quarterbacks who can run outside the pocket and create plays and can throw an accurate deep ball always going to give Kirby Smart and Nick Saban's defense hella problems. And don't let the run game give y'all problems because y'all allowed us to run over y'all last year in the SEC championship. The numbers may not say it, but go look at the production yards per carry. Alabama had your number. So you're not coming into Bryant-Denny Stadium with a coaching staff that's more adept to the new age of football and the new schemes of football and doing anything with this squad. Just letting you know that right now. I had to make sure to clear that up. Auburn, y'all bringing them in. Do not lose to Auburn. Do not lose to Auburn. Please don't lose to Auburn. Don't lose to us. And then turn around next week and host Auburn and let them come in there and upset y'all with they trash squad. If they do, it's up for y'all. Because if y'all lose to Auburn, then y'all going to be 8-4. I have y'all losing to Texas with the healthy Quinn Ewers or a Archie Manning with 3 games on his belt due to a Quinn Ewers injury in week 2 or week 3 of their schedule, right? Archie Manning coming into that Georgia game, I guarantee you he's up for that moment. That Georgia defense is going to have to really show their tail in that Texas game. Tell y'all right now. Steve Sarkisian has Kirby Smart's number. Our best production offensively against Georgia and Kirby Smart was when we had Steve Sarkisian. And now he ain't got to deal with a Coach Saban over his shoulder. Oh, it's up. Florida, y'all going Gator bites. That's what we're gonna call that. It ain't the cocktail party. It's the Gator Bites. It's the Gator Bowl, right? It's the Gator Bowl where the Gator Broil. We're gonna call it the Gator Broil. We're gonna just fry some Gator, because everybody gonna be smoking that Gator pack this year. Ole Miss, I feel like y'all really gonna be Ole Miss. Tennessee, they coming in. They gonna play y'all tough. At that point in the season, Nico's healthy. That offense has some type of identity. He's a very skilled player. They got a lot of skilled players at the skill position. Tennessee is going to be that team to watch this season. Can they get over the hump this year? I think they play a good game with y'all, and that could be y'all third loss if y'all do lose 3. I have y'all losing 2 for sure. Us, Bama, Georgia losing to Bama, and Georgia losing to Texas. Those are my 2. 10-2, Georgia still could make the SEC championship at 10-2 and get in the playoffs 10-3. Think about that. All right. Moving on. Who we got next? I think we had Texas up there. Let me pull Texas schedule up. And Trina, if you don't mind, scroll some of the comments in response. What do y'all think on my take on Georgia? 10-2. Worst case scenario for Georgia, 9-3. Upsets being Auburn, Clemson, right? One of those 2 will be an upset at worst case scenario. Best case scenario for Georgia is 11-1, 10-2. What y'all think? Roljan said the SEC is wide open this year. I don't think so. Not this year. Maybe next year. I don't think it's this year though. I think 2025 is the year we see the SEC kind of see a change, because that'll be when Sarkisian is now established with all of his recruits. I mean, going into his 5th year at Texas now? Going into his 5th year? Somebody fact check me. It's either 4th or 5th year for Sarkisian. You got Oklahoma. Brett Venables on the same timeline with Oklahoma. That defense is going to shape up. Their offense is going to continue to grow. That defense is shaping up to get more so of a SEC-style defense, which is going to help them in year 2. That's when you're going to see those get over the hump teams start to really be legit playoff contenders, playoff pushers. And I think 2025 will be the year where you're only going to have one team with 1 loss in the SEC or undefeated. It won't be 2 teams meeting up late in the season, week 9, week 10, that both teams are undefeated in the SEC. I guarantee it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a top 2, a top 3, and then the second tier. Y'all going to see on my graph. The second tier got a lot of teams. Somebody said, Brett Sullivan said, I got Georgia losing 3. Actually, I can call and reveal who. Hey, as a matter of fact, when we open the phone lines up, definitely do that. I'm gonna hurry up and get through my synopsis on my tier chart then, because I want to hear that. I legit had them losing 3. I said they either gonna drop Clemson or Auburn. One of those 2, not both of them, one of the 2. Alabama and Texas. Beck leaves and Ewers leave though. That's what I'm saying next year. But you got 2 young guys that's in those systems that's gonna have like a legit year to sit in the system. They got a year to sit and learn. Archie Manning, this will be his 2nd year under Sarkisian, man. So we got playoff pushers. Let me get back to this tab. I'm sorry. You got the playoff pushers. Then we got Texas. We're pulling up the Texas schedule. Here we go. Pulling it up right here. So you look at Texas schedule. Very, very easy schedule starting off. Colorado State. I think they're gonna blow at home in Austin. They get Colorado State. Everybody looks at Michigan and say they lost a lot, this, that, and the third, but Michigan is bringing back a lot of their defense, right? They got a few questions on the offensive side, right? Who's going to replace who? The primary guys that left from last year. But Michigan isn't just going to roll over this year. I don't know why people think because the coach leaves that things are going to drastically change, or 6 or 7 players that were starters. That happens every year on the roster anyway, so it's literally turnover. And if you've been recruiting like Michigan has for the past 3 to 5 years, as consistent as they recruit, they didn't just have an overhaul on their roster. They retained a lot of their roster. So Michigan's going to be right there. Week 2 is going to be a game to watch, September 7th. Texas and Michigan. That's going to be a game to watch. I have Michigan. I mean, I have Texas edging that one out, even though they're going to Michigan. I just think they're a little bit more established, and they're going to be a lot more comfortable coming into the season with the type of rhythm that they're going to establish on both sides of the ball. They know what they're working with, right? I'm about to. All right, but hey, y'all, there go my boy Nick, man. There go my boy Nick. Welcome in, bro. Auburn 9-3. You sick. You sick. Man, let me hurry up and get through this. You got Texas, they got ULM, they got UTSA, ULM, Mississippi State. All three of those should be winning. They should be able to start off 5-0 before their first bye week. Oklahoma, you never call this game. This year coming into the SEC, this game is a little bit more now. This rivalry is a little bit more. Red River rivalry is a little bit more. Can't wait to see that. I think it's going to be exciting having Texas and Oklahoma. I know I gave them trash for being in the SEC, but I think they're going to add a lot of value to the SEC when you got teams like Vanderbilt and Auburn in the SEC that's dragging the value of the SEC down, right? So you bring in two teams like that, it's going to be good for the SEC. Then they got Georgia after Oklahoma. Texas got that tough stretch. Georgia after Oklahoma. I think they pulled that one out. They get Georgia at home. I think they really pulled that out, especially after a tough game against Oklahoma. Georgia at home for Texas is great. If they had to go to Athens, it's a different story in my mind. Vanderbilt, sorry. Yeah, I mean candy. Florida after a bye week, another one, candy. Gator bites. Excuse me, y'all. Arkansas, another one. I mean, Texas has a chance to go literally 11-1, 10-2 at worst. And worst case scenario, they lose to Georgia, they lose to Oklahoma. You're talking about a number one ranked team who at that time, at that point in time, Georgia won't be number one. They've been lost to us, but they'll be still a contender, an experienced team. They basically number two in the SEC until proven otherwise, right? Because we number one, being that we the defending SEC champs. But then I'm looking at Oklahoma. That's going to be a rivalry game. You know how those games go between Texas and Oklahoma. Those are the two games I really got Texas struggling with this whole season. And I hate that we don't get our get back. Michigan is going to be a good game, but I think Texas just has a little bit too much firepower on the offensive side. And then also, y'all, I'm kind of overlooking this, but Texas A&M and Texas rivalry is back, and it's in the SEC. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, second tier. Let's get back to my chart. Gonna open it up. Can they get over the hump? Ole Miss, Tennessee, Oklahoma, LSU, Mizzou. I don't have to open schedules to look at these. All of these schedules, they all have solid schedules. You look at their strength of schedule. I think the lowest strength of schedule ranking is Mizzou's, and that's because they open up with a little bit of lightweight, but it's expected. But the way they performed last year and what they were able to go in the portal and get for the offense, Luther Burden is definitely going to be a top 10 draft prospect when he comes out. The quarterback, I think his name is Brody Cook or something like that. Come on, water it. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Let me get in cotton mouth. Good. Y'all see me waste that water. It's all good. But yeah, I was thirsty. But yeah, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Oklahoma, LSU, Mizzou. You're looking at the schedules. They all got the same toughness. Can they squeeze out one of those like Ole Miss against Georgia? Can they squeeze out that win? Right? Can Tennessee upset Alabama in Neyland Stadium? Right? Can they do that after maintaining a strong season leading up to that game? I'm looking at Tennessee's schedule right now. Sharing it. Tennessee has the opportunity to one, handle their cupcake game. They get North Carolina State, who's going to have a solid defense. I don't care what y'all say. They're going to get Kent State kind of rebound at home. And then they get to go to Oklahoma. If they handle Oklahoma like I think they could, I think Oklahoma-Tennessee game is going to be the game of the week when that comes around. Both of those teams probably going to be undefeated going into week 4 of the season. That's going to be one of the games to watch, especially with Alabama and Georgia both having a bye week. I think the 21st, this is going to be an SEC game to watch. Then you got Arkansas. Tennessee should handle that. Florida, they should handle Florida. Neyland Stadium, third Saturday in October versus us. That game is the only one that I'm truly worried about as an Alabama fan. Not worried in the sense that I don't think we can win. I'm curious. I'm anxious to see how we perform. Georgia Bulldogs. Kentucky. Mississippi State, Georgia. I think you go 2-1 in that stretch. Tennessee, I think you go 2-1. You not being able to have Georgia at home is gonna be a tough task for you. Can you upset either us or Georgia? Because if you do, then you set yourself up to be not only in the SEC championship, but you're going to be in the playoffs. So worst case scenario for Tennessee, I'm thinking 8-4 with probably a drop to the likes of Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia. And if you get in the SEC championship because of being a 3-loss team, it's not crazy to think that you might get in the SEC championship. You might lose again in the SEC championship. So I think regular season though, 9-3, 8-4 at worst. 9-3, Tennessee. All right. Looking at who else we got on the schedule. I mean, in that second tier, I think we got Ole Miss down there. Ole Miss in that second tier. Ole Miss is a sleeper team for me. The reason I got Ole Miss as a sleeper, but still in that second tier, is because you got Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is a great offensive coordinator. I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's that good of a head coach, game manager. Even as an offensive coordinator, he's made questionable decisions, but you gamble as an offensive coordinator. When your team has momentum or is trying to seize momentum, you gamble, right? As a head coach, you got to be able to manage a lot more. And he don't manage very well. So Oklahoma, same thing. Welcome to the SEC, Oklahoma. Let's see if that defense could turn the curve for you. Your offense, I don't think is going to have a problem. Jackson Arnold, I think, is their starting quarterback. Brett Venables and that defense, are they going to turn the corner this year and become elite? They started showing signs last year. They will get over. Will they get over the hump this year? If they do, they're in the playoffs. LSU getting a lot of hype. I don't know why. I went and looked at the roster. I like what they're bringing back. I look at what they did with Jaden Daniels and all that firepower last year. You got to think that 55-60% of that is system, right? And you got a quarterback that's familiar with the system. You got veteran players surrounding him. I think that's what puts them in the seat to be in a lot of games. And if they can win 4 or 5 of those games that I have them possibly losing, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could be in the playoffs. They can win 2 of those 4 that I have them possibly losing, where they floating them, right there in the middle of possibly winning and losing it. I think LSU will be right there in that second tier. Mizzou, same thing. Just another team. Can they build off of the momentum they built last year? It's very successful. Hover around 500. Ain't much to explain about that. Texas A&M, Kentucky, South Carolina, all teams I feel like had a lot of roster turnover or lost a lot of guys. They had to go to the portal to refill their rosters. How quick these teams mesh, and the way their schedules are set up, it's not favorable for them to win 7-8 games, right? I can see all these teams hovering around the 6-6, 5-7, 7-5. I think out of this group, the team that's going to have the best record out of this hover around 500 group, I think it might end up being South Carolina, honestly. South Carolina will be in a lot of games this year. Losing Spencer Rattler and a couple of those guys, it helped them, honestly. It helped them. So, yeah. And then y'all see this. I don't know if y'all paying attention to what that acronym spells out. I'm going to give y'all a second. What does that acronym, if I was to take the words off and just use the first letter of that top words up there, what does that spell out? I want y'all to run it up in the chat. And when they start running up in the chat, Trina, I want you to scroll it. I want you to scroll the comments when they start figuring it out. And I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to just let loose in the chat on these teams right here. Go ahead, scroll them, Trina. Just scroll them. Take your time. Go ahead. Look, I know. Take your time. I'm not rushing. We are not rushing. This is our show this morning. We going to the 3-hour mark today. We getting some good edits off of this show. I got a couple good rants. Got trash. Try reloading again. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Try reloading again. Sorry. I came up with that right before I came on the show. Tell me I ain't got no heat. Act like I ain't got no heat. Let me try again. Try reloading again. Sorry. Trash. trash, like my boy say, trash. This is the bottom of the barrel. And Auburn, I was going to be nice, but I really ripped and looked at y'all roster. I looked at your spring game, did the same thing for Arkansas, did the same thing for Mississippi State, did the same thing for Vandy. And my God, if there was ever a year to have like a what they call it, like a prove it league, a league that says, hey, we're gonna like in soccer, you know how teams get pushed down leagues, got Premier, Super League, all these different leagues, and if you don't cut it, if there was ever a year to have that in the league, the SEC needs it for 2 out of the teams in this bottom tier. And surprisingly, it's not Auburn. To me, Mississippi State and Vanderbilt are in the worst positions possible coming into the season. Nothing buzzing around it. Vanderbilt got all these transfers, y'all. Vanderbilt got so many transfers. How do these kids get there? Like, is transfer rules different? And I guess because you're a grad transfer, the stipulations to get into the school is different. But if you go look at Vanderbilt's roster, and I'm going to pull up their depth chart. You pull up Vanderbilt's depth chart, nothing but senior graduate transfers. Senior graduate transfers. Hold on, let me pull it up. Just across the board. Here we go. Most of them came from New Mexico. Exactly. I mean, Vanderbilt, a lot of players go into Vanderbilt. And you know what? What'd be funny is if Vanderbilt goes and starts off 3-1 because, you know, they're going to have cupcakes. What if they go and start off 3-1? They go in and they play a lot of teams close, right? But they end up taking out of Kentucky. They end up taking out of Arkansas. I don't have the schedule up, but I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up their schedule and I'm going to pull up their roster. But this a bad year for Candy Vandy. Candy Vandy, this a bad year for y'all. Again. I think Vanderbilt kind of just used to having bad years. So let me just pull up the schedule first. Let's what's up, Nick? Hey, this the senior mod. He's the executive moderator. He been modding for me since I became a content creator in 2020. So shout out to my boy Nick, man. Got to get your profile pic on that YouTube though. We professionals now. Ain't that right, Trina? We professionals now. Look. All right, y'all. Check this out. Virginia Tech, Alcorn State, Georgia State, Missouri. Vanderbilt has the opportunity to be 3-0, like I was saying. Missouri, they're not going to go into Columbia and beat Missouri 100%. They're not coming to they're not going to host us and beat us. But Kentucky, they could play Kentucky tough, right? And beat Kentucky. So that'll put them at 4 wins. Ball State, they can win against Ball State. They'll put them at 5 wins. Get blown out by Texas. Go to Jordan Hare and upset freaking Auburn. You know what? Toon. If Auburn, if Vandy is at this point, how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If Vandy is 5-3 at this point in the season, Toon, I'm gonna bet you. I'm taking Vandy in that game against y'all. How about that? If Vandy is 5-3, mark it, clip it. If Vandy is 5-3, going into Auburn week, I am taking Vandy over Auburn. Then you got South Carolina. They're not beating South Carolina. I just feel like South Carolina won't let that happen. They're one of the teams they won't overlook Vanderbilt. Auburn will overlook Vanderbilt. Auburn will be 3-5 at that point in the season. They'll be 3-5. I like getting at the Auburn fans right now because y'all kind of ticked me off talking about that recruiting stuff yesterday. I'm like, bro, what y'all gonna do when none of those commits sign? Not getting on that rant. But yeah. South Carolina, they're not gonna lose. LSU gonna whoop them. Tennessee, that's a rivalry game for them. I don't know if y'all paid attention to the game last year. Vandy played Tennessee tough. Rivalry games, you can't never call it. But yeah, you already know a 50 bomb, little 50 piece, Nick. You know it's a little 50 piece. We don't do nothing less than 50. Come on now. We gentlemen. We don't do nothing crazy. We ain't betting no thousands. We $50, $20. $20 is a respectable bet for me. I ain't trying to break no pockets. It's just fun. And a lot of times, man, I don't care about folks. You know, unless you like a fan that I just can't stand. You bet me, you talking trash, pay up. But a lot of times, if it's my partner, we use, hey man, you owe me 20. Next time we go to the bar, you know, you got the first 2 rounds. You know, that's what we do. And Toon, you know I'm gonna be home a lot, so I'm in town right now. But this season I'm gonna have a couple opportunities to be home, and I want to get me a spot to do live game watch parties, man. So you know, Iron Bowl, we ain't gonna be around each other. We're not gonna be around each other, but other than that, we're gonna be able to kick it, man. That's my dude, y'all. Nick is a cool cat, man. We've been dealing with the same crap with different fan bases, Georgia fans particularly. I had never agreed with Auburn fan before until I met my boy Toon. And yeah, funny. But I want y'all to check out this Vanderbilt roster before we move on to the rest, to the phone line. And this is why I said Vanderbilt might be the dark horse of that group at the bottom tier. Look at the roster, man. I got it. I'm gonna take this banner off too so they can see the roster clearly. Just look at the roster. Everything you see too deep is senior, junior, red shirt, senior transfer, junior, red shirt, junior. You got one sophomore who I'm telling y'all, he showed some signs last year. Junior Cheryl, he showed a lot of signs last year. He can be explosive. But one thing that I feel like is going to save Vanderbilt this season, look at this offensive line, y'all. Experience. I mean, transfer. Your tight end is a transfer. Redshirt junior, basically a senior. Graduate on your right side of your offensive line. So you see they're building something. If they become a strong right, heavy run team, right, successful running to the right side, this is why. And they're going to give time for these other guys to develop. But you got a redshirt junior who's basically a senior on the field. Their offensive line should be productive. My question is, does Nate Johnson come in and take the starting job, who I feel like should be the starter for them? Or does Diego come in and take it? I mean, they don't have all their quarterbacks are transfers. They don't have any continuity. So that's why Vanderbilt is going to struggle. But yeah, other than that, man, I feel like they're the dark horse. If they could gel with all this talent, I mean, look on the defensive side. Bunch of guys that's been in the system. Vanderbilt's defense hasn't been trash over the years. They just been on the field too many times. Averaging 78 snaps a game on the defensive side. No defense is going to have success like that. Alabama, the year we was averaging 71. You saw how our defense struggled 2021. You saw how our defense struggled in 21 when we was averaging 71 snaps a game on the defensive side. That's crazy. National average was 62 or something that year for defensive. The top 10 defenses, 53 snaps, and we playing 71. We supposed to be an elite defense? Nah. So Vandy, they're going to have a chance to really set the tone and get out there and make a name for themselves and be competitive. Y'all, we got 30 minutes left on the show. So for the last 30 minutes, of course, we're going to open that phone line, and I'm going to talk. Yeah, I'm going to let y'all talk. The last 5 minutes, we're going to do a little small rant, do a few announcements. Then we're going to get out of here for today, man. A little 3-hour show. I'm loving it. Get my swag back, get my energy back. Hour and a half show just don't seem right. 3 hours, we on it. Put Me in the Game call segment is brought to you by the AAA family. And y'all, don't forget the super chat. I see y'all done got quiet on them super chats. Y'all want to become a co-sponsor of the stream? I see all y'all commenting, showing love. Hey, you want to become a co-sponsor of the stream? Green super chats are very much welcome. We encourage you. We ain't begging. We just encourage you to continue to support the channel with super chats, super stickers. I mean, some of y'all got membership stickers that you ain't used yet. I want to see some more of them green and yellow come across the screen. But the phone line is open now, 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. We got our first caller back on the line, and I know it's Zach.
Coach.
Yo, Zach, what's good, man? You back on the line. How you feeling, man? You like my SEC tier chart? You liking it?
I'm liking it.
Come on, talk to me. I know it's something that could be better or something that I missed. If anybody gonna tell me, it's gonna be my boy Zach.
No, honestly, I might swap out Texas for Ole Miss.
Oh, in the top tier?
In the top tier, because I think Ole Miss is going to give Texas that challenge that Texas hasn't really had, or it's going to be the Georgia and Ole Miss game is going to be the two games that's going to really test them and push them to their limits. The only game I really see Ole Miss possibly losing is to Georgia, and that's only if Lane goes out there and craps the bed.
Yeah, if Lane Kiffins it, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always say. If Lane Kiffins it, they not gonna do too well.
But he's got some talent this year. He went in the transfer portal and got some good talent this year, and they got one of the most explosive teams I see talent-wise this year, besides Alabama. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ole Miss in the SEC championship game this year.
Yep, especially with no divisions. I think SEC fans who really don't follow college football, they just wait till the season starts. I think they're forgetting the fact that we don't have divisions in the SEC. And shout out to Matt Farms with he's been a member for 2 months. Oh yeah, you must be coming up on your 3rd month then, Matt, because you've been here since we kicked the channel back off. But appreciate that. He said, "Roll Tide, my Bama brothers and sisters." Appreciate that, Matt, for that super sticker, man. I appreciate it, man. But Zach, go ahead, continue. My fault, man.
No, but yeah, and but everywhere else, I pretty much I agree with and of course, this is just my humble opinion, of course. But I could really see Ole Miss going 11-1 this year. With the schedule that they got. But also I could see them, crapping the bed and going 9-3, 8-4. And I could even see Georgia going 9-3, 8-4 this year, because I don't know what it is about Alabama, but every time Alabama's been on their schedule, it just messes with them mentally, and so until proven otherwise, I have to go by what's been shown on the field and what's been shown on film,
Yep. And I'm looking at I pulled up Ole Miss schedule, and then we kind of touched on Georgia's schedule already. But Ole Miss schedule, I mean, Furman 1, 2, Middle Tennessee 3, Middle Tennessee State 3, Wake Forest 4, Georgia Southern 5, Kentucky, South Carolina 6. Ole Miss should be 6-0 going into that LSU game, and having to go to Baton Rouge, that'll be the first test. And I think we're sleeping on LSU because there's not a lot of buzz outside of Matt Moscano saying stupid stuff, from LSU, but it's not a lot of buzz around them. But they have a roster, man. They have a quality group over there of scattered experience, but young talent that has same thing with Alabama. Got a good group of scattered experience and young talent that really is going to have an opportunity to prove themselves. But they go into that Ole Miss game at LSU. That's the first one I got Ole Miss possibly losing. But LSU is also in that same tier with them. Like, can they get over the hump? That's a big game for both those teams. Oklahoma follow up after a bye week after playing LSU. How do they come off a bye week? How does Lane Kiffin come off a bye week and go against a defensive-minded head coach who's going to have Oklahoma defense by that time of the season in October? They're going to be steaming. Then you got Arkansas. You should be able to handle Arkansas. Georgia. Can you host Georgia and provide the upset that a lot of the experts, quote-unquote experts, saying that you should be able to? Me, I don't see it. Georgia would have to be completely derailed at this point in the season to lose to Ole Miss this late. November? Georgia is a November team.
Right.
If you're going to catch Georgia, it got to be in October. Or that first week, that first Saturday, if you catch them at early, like this year, if Arkansas was going to be doing something and wanted to catch Georgia, it would have to be November 2nd. If you want to catch them in November, that first Saturday in November, something about Kirby Smart, Nick Saban in November. They know how to get their teams up to play. The rivalry games usually show up around that time of year. The games that tell you where you're going to be in the playoff season. So they know how to get their teams up to play. You got, and then Ole Miss has Florida after a bye week. After playing Georgia, they get a bye week, then they play Florida, and then the Egg Bowl at the end of the year, which I think is just going to be a massacre for Mississippi, Ole Miss this year. It's just too much talent weight on the Ole Miss side coming against these bottom tier programs.
Right. And Brett Nussmeier kind of has the same
for business cards.
chip on his shoulder
But did
that
you know we also
Milroe
print
had
these
last year.
and those?
You know, coming into the season, you know, coming off Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, can he step up and be the man? You know, because Jalen, even though Bryce didn't win the Heisman the 2022 season, he did win it in 2021. So he was a Heisman winning quarterback, and so Jalen did have that, you know, chip on his shoulders to be the next man up and carry this Alabama team to the playoffs, which he did, even though we did lose to the eventual national champion. You know,
Zach, I agree 100%. I think people forget that. I think people forget that whole spiel you just gave. I think people forget how close Alabama was, how far Georgia was, and the fact that the separation was there in a down year where you had probably the worst production from your offensive line as a whole, as a group. You had your worst production in your passing game that you've had in years, even though it was still explosive at times. It was inconsistent, and Georgia still could not find a way to beat that team.
Right.
But I'm looking at Ole Miss roster too, Zach. They, like you said, they went to the portal and got some key pieces. They didn't go in overload. They went and got some key pieces. They shored up their offensive line. They got another receiver, Antoine Wells, Jr. I don't think he's going to be a number one option for him, but he's going to benefit from having Jordan Watkins and Trey Harris in that wide receiver core. And then it's a young guy. It's a young guy named Caden Lee right now on that Ole Miss roster. Do not be surprised if this young man gets in on some kick return, punt return, and starts making a name for himself as being explosive. They got some weapons. They got some weapons. Then, of course, you my thing is, I think they're thorn in their heel, or they're thorn in their, whatever their side is going to be, Jackson Dart and Lane Kiffin. Jackson Dart is not, to me, he is not one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC. I don't know why he gets all this hype. He has a great offensive coordinator. I mean, you got to think, Lane made every quarterback that's been under him look good. You know, Jackson Dart doesn't do anything special. Arm talent isn't there. He isn't fast. Doesn't make the best decisions. I think he was second in the interceptions thrown last season in the SEC. So, he had more interceptions than Jalen Milroe. So I just don't. I don't see him turning the corner with a lot of these SEC defenses bringing back a lot more experience this year. And you don't get Alabama this year. You don't get to pass crazy against Alabama with our inexperienced, or I ain't gonna say inexperienced either, because there's experience in our secondary. They just haven't been together. They're not a cohesive group yet. So you won't have the opportunity to expose that part of our team. And Ole Miss going to really have to show where their improvement is. They got Trey Amos from us. I thought he was going to be a solid guy for us. And then Brandon Turnage, wasn't he at Tennessee before? Is that the same Brandon Turnage, chat? Let me click, because I think he was. Yep, he was at Tennessee and Alabama. Yep, Brandon Turnage. That's definitely him. He was at Tennessee. I mean, he was at Alabama first. He left us and went to Tennessee. Didn't get to start at Tennessee. Now he's at Ole Miss. That's crazy. You done went to 3 different schools in the SEC. That's crazy. But yeah, I think this year, I think those tiers, I think I'm pretty spot on, man. I think I'm pretty spot on.
And yeah, and like I said, I can agree with you, but just for a debating thing, I went with Ole Miss because based off the hype and based off the talent that they have at their school this year, if anybody was to surprise us, it would be them.
For sure. Well, Zach, I appreciate you calling in again, bro. We're going to get off. You know, this is the 4th quarter calling segment, so we doing the hot seat. So everybody that's trying to call in, go ahead. Phone line is open now. Zach, I'll catch up with you later, man. Roll Tide, brother.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and call in. Phone line is open, y'all. 334-625-1121. And I forgot this is 4th quarter calling segment. I'm over here just enjoying conversation again. Trina, give me, like, you got to wave at the camera and remind me. We're doing 5 minutes, 4th quarter segment. As a matter of fact, 4th quarter segment is supposed to be 4 minutes, but we'll do a minute intro and then 4 minutes you get to rant. Do your thing. So we're reacting to the SEC tiers. Coach Smook's SEC tiers, man. We got another call on the line, and y'all know who it is, man.
Call from
Piano Man, put me in the game, coach.
Piano Man, what's good, man? You in the game. How you feeling this morning, brother?
My brother, if I was doing any better, I would have to fly on to the moon, man.
I know that's right, man. How you feeling, bro? For real though, man. I know you probably just getting able to tune into the show, and you missed. I think you missed the Auburn rant we had for like the first half of the show, man. It was we talked about it yesterday. These Auburn fans going crazy, but this is your time. 4th quarter calling segment. Piano Man is in the game. Take it away, man. Talk to the people.
First thing, Smug, I did not miss the rant. I was sitting outside the doctor's office, and I was saying amen, and I put you in E flat, brother.
E flat.
Amen to everything you said. Everything. I did that thing old-fashioned Kojic style, bro.
No, sir.
You were preaching up in there, doc. But first thing I want to say is, since this 4th quarter, I'm going to call it now. SEC championship game, Alabama versus Ole Miss. I'm telling you now. I've said it before. I'll say it again because I'm going to harp in on something, and I want to catch a ride with you right here about Georgia. You said something, and I'm way over here in Mississippi. You said something that I was thinking. By the time they play Ole Miss, Georgia might be reeling. Because here's my catch with them. This is not the same Georgia squad from 2 years ago. They're not the same squad. They don't have the same defense, but we could tell that last year. And then offensively, they're not going to be the same. Another word you use, but you used it on our side of the ball, is cohesiveness. Will they have gel? Some squads will take them a little longer to gel than others, but will they have gel? That's why I'm glad that Alabama's catching them early, because I don't think they will have gelled yet. And so we'll see. But Georgia is easily a 4-loss team. So with that being said, I'm with you. They could lose to Clemson because nobody's talking about Clemson too much, but Clemson is not going to be no sorry team. So they could lose to Clemson. They could lose to, I doubt if they lose to Tennessee, but maybe not.
That's the one. One I really think people need to watch. Like, Tennessee has my attention. I'm not scared. Tennessee has my attention as a Bama fan. Like, for real. I love what, I ain't gonna say I love it, but as a football fan, I love what Josh Heupel is doing in Neyland with that program, the type of recruits that he's getting, and how quiet he's doing it. He's not popping his gums and making guarantees. He's really just going out getting quality guys, skilled guys, guys who have confidence. Tennessee just hasn't had confident players the past, before Heupel got there the past 2 years. I mean, he hasn't, but yeah, go ahead.
And so that's one of those maybe, maybe not. It's going to depend on which Georgia team shows up that day. And then Georgia, I don't believe they'll lose to Auburn. Auburn is all hype. They're all hype. Because they're so busy wanting to be Alabama. But it's like what Greg said, I think it was Greg said earlier. Every time Auburn looks up, it's under the bottom of our boots. I was going to say something else, but, I'm going to say nice about it. But every time Auburn looks up, they're at the bottom of our boots, hoping that we would just give them some mercy. Don't show them no mercy.
Not nothing.
Don't let them stomp them in the ground some more. But that's one of those games, and plus, they're playing in Georgia, too. And then Ole Miss.
Yeah.
They're playing Ole Miss, and I do believe Ole Miss is going to beat them. Now, on another note, I said SEC Championship, Alabama, Ole Miss. The other thing I wanted to talk about was LSU.
Oh, yeah.
LSU will be one of those teams that will cause problems for some squads, and some squads they won't. They're not, and I'm going to tell you where their problem is going to be. Yeah, they're going to have a decent defense, but their problem is going to be offensively. Why? I'm going back to your key word, and your key word today should be cohesiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson Meyer will not have the weapons that he had, that Jaden Daniels had. Number two, Nussmeier is not the weapon that Jaden Daniels was. Got to give Jaden Daniels credit. I think the only quarterback that was better than Jaden Daniels, in my opinion, was Jalen Milroe. He couldn't beat him. And so LSU is going to have problems on offense. Nussmeier won't have the receivers. They may have a running back, but Nussmeier won't have the receivers. So the way I look at that is the cohesiveness on offense just won't be there.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be there. I really don't. So LSU, will Ole Miss beat LSU? Probably so. Even though they're going to be playing them in Death Valley, they beat LSU last year with Jaden Daniels. Come on now. This year, their defense, Ole Miss defense, might be a little bit more solid, even though I still don't like Pete Golden. But I think they'll be a little bit more solid, and I think they'll beat LSU again. So, at the end of the day, SEC Championship, our boys, Bama versus Ole Miss, SEC Championship, and Alabama wins. Because I think too much speed on Bama's team, and by that time, Bama got the cohesiveness on both offense and defense, and I think it's going to be a shellacking real good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Look, I like that. Look, and listen, for the rest of your viewers, because we still got 15 minutes, we're going to run this fourth quarter calling segment. Y'all see how Piano Man just came in and spit it? That's how I want y'all to do a fourth quarter segment. Bro, Piano Man, appreciate you for calling in. I know you on the road doing your thing, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be an intimate time for my viewers that was able to fill our calling segment time. The fourth quarter calling segment, I'm really going to drive it to those viewers that don't have the means to sit around and do the 20 minutes calls like we used to. So I appreciate you, Piano Man. And anything you want to say to the people before I let you go and get this other person on the line?
Yeah. One last thing. Buy the merch. Buy the merch. I'm telling you now, buy the merch. Because he used the word unlimited. It's going to be unlimited. It's unlimited for a reason. So buy the merch. Because I told you last night, bro, I need that 3X, brother. You got to show the big boys some love now.
Hey, it's there. It's there. We found it. Look, I think right after I got off, I ended up finding the one that had the right sizes for everybody. But the hoodie, the one you was talking about, and that shirt. We got it from all the way from extra small to 3X. They didn't have no 4Xs. So for all my 4X fellas, my big old Beano type dudes, 6'7", 6'8", 285, we might have to just custom make y'all's. We might have to have somebody at the site. Might have to get some of them folks that Trump.
I got a question about the merch. I heard we were talking. I'm not going to give all the details of what we talked about, but when you talk about custom made, can we get particular things put on them, or would that cost extra, or what?
So with the vendor that we're using right now, and this is, I'm glad you asked that. This is for everybody. Custom shirts in the merch store, they won't be custom shirts. You won't have custom shirts in the merch store. If you want custom shirts, we are building another website that's going to do made to order shirts. Right now, we have an opportunity after our first 30 days to have a shipment sent to us at a crazy discount rate because of the production that we are projecting to have. Okay. But the custom stuff, we're going to go through a whole different vendor. They'll have the same designs as far as our colorways for the network, the crimson, white, and black and gray. And then, but everything custom, man. We working on it. I just honestly, like you said last night, getting that AAA brand out there, getting the Coach Smoot Network logo out there. I think that's going to happen with this merch lineup. I'm excited about it, man. And like I said, I want to give you credit. You was in that room with us last night, and like while it was happening, I think you could speak to this too, Piano Man. Before I let you off, while it was happening, tell people how amazing that feeling is because I never knew it was like that. I ain't never had a team around me like that for stuff like this. So it just felt good leaving that meeting room, leaving that moment, knowing that we just did something together. It might have started off as my idea, but we designed them shirts together.
And you know what? I'm glad you allowed me to say something about that. Listen, and this is to all of the team right here, man. We are family. So when Coach asks us to come on, a little private time, a little intimate time, and he wants to share some things with you, you will be amazed at what's being shared. And then when you sit there and you get a visual of it and everything, you'll be amazed at what comes in your own brain and in your own spirit. And that's what makes this so special. And man, just to watch that last night, you saw how elated I got. I said, whoa.
You, Trina, hey, all of y'all, and like y'all reaction made me like I was like, wait, ain't no way, like, and I'll tell you, I keep saying that I'm used to it and I'm getting used to being in this position, but I don't think I'm gonna ever get used to it, and I don't want to, because I love that feeling that I felt last night, that pureness, that purity, and that wholesome feeling of real support, man. It felt good. Like nobody was trying to get nothing off me. Nobody was like, man, I need a discount on that. I mean, I set a price for one of the items, and all three of them started like grilling me. What? That's it? Nah, you need to. And I was like, but they right, you gotta support yourself. You gotta have stability. You gotta set things, and you gotta be competitive in this market. If somebody could sell they cheap shirts for $65, I could sell mine for $50.
There you go. You cannot listen. You can't cheat authenticity. Authenticity is not cheap. It's not cheap at all, brother.
Yes,
it's
sir.
The realest thing. And so we got to we ain't finna shortchange you. You the smoke, man. You coach. We can't do that. So I'm asking everybody, hey, don't just talk about it, be about it. Let's come on with it.
Yes, sir.
Last thing, Coach, as you were talking and I was envisioning something else, you do know how the letters are on the sleeve of the shirt?
Yeah.
Brother, have you checked it out? Man, it's almost like we are our own fraternity and sorority.
Hey, didn't I? If JB in the chat, the windbreaker jacket. Everybody keep trying to jack me for my Alabama windbreaker, right? Every time I come on stream in that Alabama windbreaker, I done got threats. My life done been threatened. Moon Rocker threatened me one time. I think Wade texted me after my show and threatened me. I got in the little meeting room last night. JB was like, yeah, go ahead, come up off the, like, we're going to have a shirt, a jacket, what they call, what's that material? I just said it. Windbreaker material. Yeah. That we're going to have a windbreaker with our logos and stuff, but it's going to be like a frat jacket. We're going to have frat jackets for the fall.
Bro.
Man, I'm telling you, just imagine us pulling up in our frat jackets with our, I could see my, JB said that's his. I could see somebody in their 40s or 50s pulling up in some white pants and white boots, because y'all not remember that we not in the early 2000s no more. Y'all think that's still cool. I can see somebody doing that though, and it actually looking good. But then just the variety that we've put out there for the team, man, it's going to be a good thing. So I can't wait. And plus, we got so excited about that, we weren't even thinking about what we got set up for the tailgate. Wait till y'all see the shirt for the tailgate. Y'all really gonna be buzzing about that.
Well, I'm here for it, bro. And like I tell you all the time, and to all my family out there, hey, if Piano Man done offended you, hey, Piano Man is sorry, but we family.
Mm-hmm.
We are family, and I want to see us. We got to. Hey, tomorrow's training camp. We need to be training too. We need to be in the training camp ourselves. And so, I'm Piano Man. Y'all know what the business is. I love you, Smoot. Hey, man, looking forward to getting my jacket, my hoodie, my shirt, my merch. That's mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roll Tide, Piano Man, and I love you, big bro, and we'll catch up later.
Love you, bigger bro. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, man. Yes. Good end to the segment. Y'all know how we do, man. I can't thank y'all enough, y'all. I can't thank y'all enough. Thank y'all for supporting the Coach Smoot Network. Real quick before we get out of here, man, I just got to do this. The inspirational moment today is simple, y'all. The simple thing is we have a right to win, and that's why I came on today with such high energy. I have a right to win. I have a right to win. That's the topic. That's it. I have a right to win. God has already placed me in a position not only to hear from here and to listen to what he's saying, but also to remember what he's already said and done. We already came in. We were born into this thing. We came into sin, but we were already granted the victory. It was just we had to choose to accept it. And so in my space right now where I'm at in life, right, all the tests and trials that's coming against my life, I'm a provider. I'm not a husband anymore, but I'm a father, right? I'm a provider. I'm a reliable co-parent, right? And it's things that have came against me in my recent months, right, of living, going through transition, coming into this space where it's challenged the things that I need to have available in my possession to be all of those things and be confident in. But one day it felt like everything was going on. I didn't have nothing else. And this was recent. I didn't have nothing else to do. I felt like it was time for me to go ahead and pack it up, jump ship, go do some applications. Yeah, I did a Waffle House application. That's how down bad I was. Your boy did and I ain't knocking nobody that work at Waffle House. If you work at Waffle House, that's all you. But I know from my plan, something that I almost let go in a moment of distress, a moment of uncertainty, my destiny, right? I almost gave up on it because of a struggle, or I was dealing with something that was had me in an uncomfortable position. But guess what? I checked myself in that moment and I say, you know what? I have a right to win. So what I started doing about Tuesday, Wednesday of last week, I started waking up and, I was celebrating the fact that I woke up. I was celebrating the fact that I was able to go on the 6-mile walk. I was celebrating the fact that even though I wasn't able to go to the gym, I got these 20-pound dumbbells and I was doing at-home workouts. I was celebrating the fact that I was able to get up and make my food. I was celebrating the fact that I was able to start something on an edit. And even though my mind wasn't in it at the beginning, I just kept feeding that part of my mind, that part of my heart, kept praying, kept asking God to reveal some things. And in the midst of it, yeah, still, experiencing some struggles, but accepting the fact that I have the right to win, you walk a different way. So when you walk around today, whatever you walk into, whether it's, you got to pay a bill, you got to deal with a hard situation with a family member, a spouse or anything, you got to deal with a friend, you didn't let somebody borrow some money, they ain't been dodge you. Like all of this stuff happens on a daily, right? We deal with this stuff. And sometimes we be like, I just chalk it up as a loss. No. If you were able to deal with it, if you're coming to grips to where you're just accepting it for what it is, that's a win. That's a win. That's a win. We're winning in that moment. The moment you sit there and you see something happening and you're able to say, okay, that's what that's going to be. Let me adjust and go this way, or let me attack it this way, or let me handle it this way so that I don't get knocked off my course. That's a win. That situation may not have been favorable for you, but the fact that you know how to adjust from it, that's a win. So understand today is your God-given right as a believer, as a human being, as a positive-minded person, as somebody who wants better for your life. You have the right to win. We had the right to win. Simple as that. So go out today, win. Go out today and win, y'all. Go out today and win. Share the love. Don't hate. You see something coming against you. Don't think it's always against you. Don't think it's always meant for you. Don't take it personal. Look at it as an opportunity to win again. You know what I'm saying? Look at it as an opportunity to win again. So with that being said, y'all, I want to thank y'all for tuning into the show today. I am Coach Smoot, the Coach Smoot Network, and we are the AAA family. We SOS, standing on Smoot, meaning standing on what we believe in. That's vision, that's upbuilding, uplifting, right? Authenticity above all. That's what we about. And as always, as a Bama fan, roll tide to the rest of the college football nation. Got a couple more weeks to kick off, y'all. Couple more weeks to kick off. And all this meaningless trash talk, it starts to count. Now receipts have to be presented, right? That's what we're waiting on. I can't wait for the live game day chat. I can't wait for the Discord chat. I can't wait for pregame call-in show. I can't wait for postgame call-in show. I can't wait for Monday film review. Coach Smoot doing all that. We ain't waiting on nobody. So I hope y'all hype about it. I hope y'all ready for it. Man, take an opportunity right now, even as we're closing out the show. Listen to the song. Come on. Come on, do it for your boy. And with that being said, I'm your boy, Coach Smoot. Roll Tide, have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all later. I think we got some guest panelists. I think we're going to do a live tonight. I'll let y'all know. Follow the Twitter. Check it out. And we'll get to it. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Roll Tide. Let this intro play. Let this little intro play. Then we're going to play the old school, and then you can run the comments. All right, y'all. God bless. Love y'all.